out there. Let me just check if at all I'm audible as well as visible. Yes, perfect. Hello Sagar. I hope this session will be helpful. Definitely yes. It is definitely going to be helpful for everyone. And hello Sanjeevani. So glad to see all of you over here. And I really hope you're doing great. By the way, make sure that you share the link with all of your other friends who also have biology in KCET examination. I know not many of them have opted for bio, but still. Hello Taste Quest. So children, we'll just wait for some time so that everyone else can also join, and then we'll start off the class. And by the way, I hope you're doing great. All of you are doing awesome. Good evening, Mir Jafar Ali. So PU2 is done, and now it's time for KCET, and we have to prepare. Some days we feel that it's so boring to do the preparation, but still we move on with it. Why? Because we want a great college, right? Hello Lakshmi, hello. Very big hello. So in today's session, we are going to basically go ahead with three very important chapters, that is sexual reproduction in flowering plants, and then what do we have? We have human reproduction, and finally the last chapter which is there is reproductive health. Sumaya, hello. Sanidhi and Vittivaru, everyone, good evening. Your teaching I like so much. Is it? Thank you so much, Suchit. Perfect. So, are we ready, bacha? I hope we are ready. And here are the three very important chapters that we are going to do. Listen to me very carefully. So, sexual reproduction in flowering plants is there, human reproduction is there, reproductive health is there. From the past 6 years, these are the number of questions that have been coming from this chapter, which is why this is important, right? So, if at all you see sexual reproduction in flowering plants, 3 questions came the previous year. Here also from human reproduction, 3 questions came. From reproductive health also 3 questions came. But if at all you look back at the numbers, my dear children, 1 year was there where 7 questions came from sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Okay, here the maximum number of questions that went was 4. Here also from reproductive health, the maximum number of questions was 4. Now when you talk about PU2, we think that okay, in PU2 macha, basically reproductive health is a chuttu chapter, it's not having too much weightage, but that's not the case in KCET examination. Okay, yes, definitely Mr. Iconic will be doing that. Rathod, very good evening. Preeti, hello. Anita, hello. Yashna, hello. Everyone, hello. Okay, so if at all I'm missing out any names, please forgive me. Yeah, and now we go ahead with the first chapter, that is sexual reproduction in flowering plants, and the topics which have given the most number of questions, okay, are these: pre-fertilization structures and events, as in basically microsporogenesis, megasporogenesis, the structure of pollen grain, and all the things, pollination, all the things associated with this has given more number of questions. Yeah, as you can see over here, the maximum number of questions have been coming from there. Then we have post-fertilization structures and events, where we have got some questions, and then we have apomixis and polyembryony and things like that. So we definitely get an understanding that this is some very important topic out there. So we will not restrict ourselves to this topic. We will go ahead and solve more. Ma'am, where were you these many days? Oh, that's so sweet of you to ask that. Well, I actually met with an accident, but fortunately everything is all cool. Yes, you can see me alive. Yeah, probably all of you prayed for your teacher when you gave your second PUC examination, at least after your second PUC examination went well. Okay, so dear children, I hope we are ready, and I hope we are ready to go ahead with the KCET questions, right? If yes, what you have to do is go ahead with this particular question and give me the answer like 1 A, B, C, D. Whatever is the answer, you have to give me the answer like 1 A, B, C, D. Hope you are fine now. Definitely yes, I am fine by God's grace. Thank you for asking. Okay, ma'am, you're looking beautiful, is it? Thank you so much. So first question goes like this: a flower has 10 stamens, each having bilobed dithecous anther. If each microsporangium has 5 pollen mother cell, how many pollen grains would be produced by the flower? What do you think is the answer for this particular question? B. Yashna says B. Okay, Arif, you're teaching and your voice is, thank you so much. Okay, Kenchappa says B. B is what? B is 800. Why do you think it is 800? By the way, guys, there's a poll being given on the screen. You can go ahead and give me the answer in the poll. Why? Because it is super important for me to understand that how many of the children are understanding the question. So I see 73% of children have given B as the answer. Okay, Mir Jafar Ali, okay, says A. Okay. Let's decode it. Listen to me very carefully. When you talk about a anther, at a time you have to talk about one particular anther. So this is one particular anther that you see over here. It is bilobed, dithecous and things like that. We are saying that each microsporangium. So how many microsporangium do you have per anther? You have 4 microsporangium, right? In this 4 microsporangium, Baba, you have 5 pollen mother cell. Here you have 5 pollen mother cell. Here you have 5. Here you have 5. Here you have 5. One pollen mother cell which is there, it undergoes division, it undergoes meiosis 1. What do you get? You get 2 cells. Again this undergoes meiosis 2 because meiosis happens in 2 rounds, Baba. At the end, how many cells do you get? You get 4 cells, and that's crazy. From 1 cell you got 4 cells. From 1 pollen mother cell you are getting 4 microspores, or basically these microspores are going to develop into 4 pollen grains also. So when you have 5 of them, if I do 5 into 4, what do I get? I get the answer, 20 pollen grains are made over here. Similarly, 5 into 4, 20 here, 20 here, 20 here. So basically, 20, how many times are there? 4 times are there. So 20 into 4 is what, Baba? 20 is 4 into 80. Ma'am, 80 is not an option. 800 is an option, right? How did we get 800? You're talking about flower that has 10 stamens. 10 stamens are there. So when you do it with 10, you have to get the answer. That is something like this. So your answer for this question becomes what? B. And now let me see who all gave me the correct answer. So I think Kenchappa and Yashna was the first person to give me the answer for that. Chidambar and Sagar, everyone, perfect. Duration, dear, I'm not sure. There are 56 questions, 55 to be precise, that we have to do. It is definitely going to be useful for you. Okay, hello, namaste, Baslingappa. Okay, perfect. Prajwal also says B. If it's clear, can you just give me thumbs up? If this particular question is clear, every one of you, can you just give me a thumbs up? Sanjana, hello. Thumbs up, Macha, and then perfect. Thank you, Sanjeevni, and thank you. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead with the next question that is there, and it goes like this. Question number 2. If a tetraploid plant contains 48 chromosomes in its nucellus, then the number of chromosomes in the egg cell and in a synergid will be what? Listen. Go ahead, give me the answer for first poll, answer in the poll. It will be really good to understand that how many of you are getting it correct. Okay? So Mithun, Sagar, Anita, Kenchappa, Prajwal, Meera, Mirjafar, Supriya, Baslingappa, Dinesh, Prajwal, Aisha. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. Now you give me the answer for this particular question. Okay. So I see 67% of children are saying the answer for this question is B. Now there's a slight confusion between B and C. Okay. Maximum votes are then still for B itself, and I see children over here also telling me it's B. Swami says it's B, Aisha also says it's B, and since you guys are saying it's B, I have to check it up. B, 24 and 24, is it? Listen, let's decode it. If a tetraploid plant, tetra means what? 4, Baba. It is a 4N plant out there. It contains how many chromosomes? 48 chromosomes. In what? In the nucellus. Nucellus is a normal cell. Nucellus is a normal cell out there, and when we say that a normal cell has 48 number of chromosomes, and when we say that it's a tetraploid plant, so 4N is equals to 48 is what we understand. Now the number of chromosomes in the egg cell. Now egg is being formed after meiosis. When a normal cell, just like the cells of the nucellus, when they undergo meiosis, what happens, Baba? The first meiotic division happens, you get 2 cells, and it's a reductional division. Half, it becomes half. 48 becomes what? 24 a year in the first round of meiosis itself. In the second round of meiosis, you get 4 cells. Whatever you do, basically at the end of it, you are going to get cells which has what? Half the number of chromosome, right? It will be half the number of chromosome. So if it was 48 over here, at the end you will be having 24. We say the egg cell which is there, egg is a gamete, it will be also having what? 24 number of chromosomes. Done. Now, in a synergid, what is the case? Synergid, egg cell, everything is a part of your embryo sac itself. So every cell in your embryo sac, these are the synergids, they are going to be 24. Here the egg cell is also going to be 24. The antibodal cells, 24, 24, 24 each. Just in the center, you have a central cell. This central cell has two nuclei. One nuclei has 24, another nuclei will also have 24. This cell is the only one which will be having 48 number of chromosome. Rest everyone individually, if at all you talk, they have 24 only. And your question is about the egg cell and the synergids. So can I say the egg cell and the synergids, both of them are 24, 24? Yes, I can say that, which is why the answer for this question is going to be B. Is there a confusion? Listen, whatever the number of plant is given over here, you have to make it half. The normal number of chromosomes might be different from the number of chromosomes which is there in the form of gametes. Got it? So 65% children gave me the correct answer, that is B. I see a confusion between this and this. It's totally fine. I hope now you have got it. Yeah? Okay. So, perfect. Is it clear? Make a video for BSc Agriculture Colleges Vishwanand. I will be definitely doing that. Okay, do not be worried. So, whenever there is a gap, I'll be doing that. If it's clear, just can you give me a thumbs up? Did they ask for a single synergid or both? Synergid. It's just a synergid, right? So, it is just for one. If clear, everyone give me a quick thumbs up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mithun and Mir Jafar, Sanjana. Yes, ma'am, don't forget. We'll try. I said we'll try. We'll definitely try it. Sanjeevani, Swami, perfect. Sanjana, everyone. Let's go ahead with the next question. Question number 3. Okay, and it goes like this. In a diathecous anther, each pollen sac contains 1000 mmC. What is the total number of pollen grains produced by the anther? What do you think is the answer for this particular question? In a diathecous anther, each pollen sac contains 1000 mmC. What is the total number of pollen grains produced by the anther? Can you teach a bit slow? Definitely, I can do that. Guys, give me the answer for this particular question in the polls. It will be really good if at all. So maximum number of votes are coming for A. Okay, Sanjeevani says A, Sri says A, Lazy Gaming says A. Okay, Swami, Chidambaram, Chidambaram has a different answer out there. Okay, let's see. Aisha also says A. Okay, so guys, listen to me very carefully. In a diathecous anther, that means it has 2 theca. Each pollen sac contains 1000 mmC. Again, we have to imagine an anther. Over here, we are saying that pollen sac is basically nothing but the microsporangia. So here you have microsporangia, here you have microsporangia, here you have microsporangia. Okay, so pollen sac contains what? 1000 mmC. Here you have 1000 mmC, here also 1000, here also 1000, here also 1000. Done. Now what is the total number of pollen grains produced? One pollen grain produces, one particular mmC which is there, or pollen mother cell or microspore mother cell. How many pollen grains do they produce? 4. They produce 4 pollen grains at the end. So when I say there are 1000 of them, so if I do 1000 into 4, what do I get? I get 4000. Now listen, this is not just one scenario. You have to think about the other scenarios as well. Here also they will be releasing 4000 pollen grains. Here also 4000. Here also 4000. So 4 times 4000 is there. So if at all you calculate 4000 into 4, what will be your answer for this particular question? It will be 16,000. Your answer is going to be C. Your answer is going to be C. And I see most of you have said the answer for this question is A. Why do you think it is A? Listen very carefully. Okay, very, very carefully. Over here, you're talking about a diathecous anther. So you have to consider a full anther over here. 2 theca is there in the diathecous anther. Each pollen sac that's a normal anther out there, right? And you're saying each pollen sac has 1000. You have to consider all of them. Got it? So C is the answer for this particular question. So now I see votes going up for C also. And Mithun, I hope this particular speed is fine for you. Yeah? Cool. Ma'am. So wait. Me also same situation, Rama. Who is Rama and what is happening? Man, struggling what to read and how to read, which book want to refer. Listen to me very carefully. Everyone has to refer just one book for biology, that is NCERT. Perfect. Okay. Now when you talk about PYQ book, you can go ahead with MTG if at all you want, and that's enough. Okay, concepts from NCERT or any one short video. I have done master stroke videos, go watch it, and then go ahead with what? Solving PYQs. This is very important for you to have an understanding. Okay. Okay, guys, if at all you keep on talking to me like this, well, I like talking to you, but if at all we go on like this, this video will go like endless, and I know that you do not have time for that, right? Yes? Yeah, perfect. So guys, if this is clear, can you just give me a thumbs up? I'll go ahead with the next question. If this question is clear, can you just give me a thumbs up? Ma'am, can I apply marathon of exam? And yes, definitely. Please go ahead. Please go ahead, Microsoft account, you can watch the marathons out there. It is definitely going to be helpful. Syllabus is not changing, don't worry. Yes, perfect. Thank you everyone who gave me a thumbs up. Lots of love to all my cute little children. Now question number 4 is this. Which one of the following statement is correct? Chasmogamous flowers always exhibit gytonogamy. Clistogamous flowers always exhibit autogamy. Chasmogamous flowers never exhibit autogamy. Clistogamous flowers exhibit both autogamy and gytonogamy. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? Any idea? Ma'am, what course to become a teacher? Do MSc and BSc, and if at all you can, do a doctorate also. Yes. Okay? Guys. Okay, so I see Yellamma is there. Hello, dear. Yellamma is saying the answer for this question is B. Suchitra says it's B. Mir Jafar says C. Sanjeevani says B. Yashna says B. Prajwal D. Okay. What is this? A, B, C, D for me, huh? So the answer for this question is going to be, you are being asked which one is going to be correct. Chasmogamous flowers always exhibit gytonogamy. Chasmogamous means, Baba, they are open. They are open like this. They might have the male and the female parts. Now, they can basically exhibit autogamy. They can exhibit gytonogamy since they are open flowers. They can come from here to here, or probably they can exhibit xenogamy. They can pollinate with other plant out there altogether. So I cannot say that it always exhibit gytonogamy. So this is a wrong statement. Okay. Next thing, clistogamous flowers always exhibit autogamy. Yes, definitely. Clisto means, Baba, CL stands for closed. Always remember that. So this guy is closed. Papa do not have any option. Papa guy out there. So over here, the pollen grains are going to land up there only. Okay, autogamy is the only thing that is possible. So your answer is going to be B only. Chasmogamous flowers never exhibit autogamy. That is wrong. It can exhibit. It's an open flower. If it has both male and female flowers, it can. Okay. Next thing, clistogamous flowers exhibit both autogamy and gytonogamy. Clistogamous flowers exhibit clisto. Can they exhibit both autogamy and gytonogamy? No, Baba. So your only answer for this question is B. And all of you were correct. Sympathy for clistogamy. Exactly, Baba. Ma'am, in KCET, why you are not taking classes, ma'am? Don't worry, dear. Macha, tomorrow you will be getting class for biology, okay? Yes. Perfect. Okay, children, so understood this particular question. Let me see who all gave me the vote. So 63% children says the answer for this question is B. That means 63 of you are correct. Okay. Vishwanand, yes, definitely I'll try. Do not spam, dear. Please, guys, do not spam. I saw your message. I'll try to make a video on pharmacy as well as agriculture. Okay, don't spam. Please don't spam. Okay, perfect. Going ahead, question number 5. By the way, I hope it's clear for everyone, right? Yes. Okay. Among the following statements related to pollens, choose the correct one. Statement number 1. In 40% of angiosperms, pollen grains are shed at 3-celled stage. Statement number 2. Intine is made up of cellulose and pectin, and it is discontinuous with the germ pores. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? Hello, Zohin. Hello. First year important chapter, lazy gaming. I made a separate video on that, and I'll be making one more video on that. So 5 chapters are very important: body fluids and circulation, animal kingdom, plant kingdom, morphology of flowering plants, and cell cycle and cell division. Okay. Okay, guys, give me the answer for this particular question. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? Okay. A, Anita, okay, guys, okay, just a second. Sri Gaurav is there, says A. Sanjeevani says C is the answer. Yelama says C is the answer. And Pavan says A. Suchit says B. Okay. Kenchappa C. Dinesh D. Guys, again you are giving me options, or basically am I reading wrong statements? Sri Gaurav says C. Sumaya says C. Sagar is there, says C. Pavan says C. Okay. And Sharon there says C. Okay. Baslingappa says C. Okay. Guys. C is what? Statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is incorrect. Is that so? In 40% of angiosperms, pollen grains are shed at 3-cell stage. What do you mean by that? You have one very big cell. What do you call this very big cell? Vegetative cell. Very big vegetative. Okay. In the cytoplasm of this very big cell lies a small little cell which you call as generative cell. This generative cell is going to generate what? Gametes. If it is in this stage, you say that it's in 2-cell stage. And you know what? 60% of the flowering plants are going to shed off their pollen grains in this particular stage. But rest 40% says that we cannot be like this. We are going to form the gametes. So they form the gametes. Now how many cells are there? 1 cell, 2 cell, 3 cell. So 40% of them are going to shed the pollen grains in 3-cell stage. Correct. Second statement. Intine is made up of cellulose and pectin. Correct. Intine, which is there. Okay, there's a layer over here, intine. It is made up of Priyanka Chopra. I remember it like that. Pectin and cellulose. Okay. And it is discontinuous with germ post. Do you think it is discontinuous? No, Baba. It is very much continuous. It is forming a continuous layer out there, right? It is continuous layer. It is not discontinuous. So this particular statement is going to be wrong. This is for what? Guys, this is this particular feature. When I say it is discontinuous and it has germ post, what is the layer that I'm talking about? Any idea? Any idea what is the layer that I'm talking about? Okay, just a second. So everyone, exine. Sanjeevani says exine. Sagar Chopra also says exine. Yes, the discontinuous layer that you're talking about, Baba, is going to be what? It is going to be exine. And exine is made up of what? Everyone. Exine is made up of what? Exine, which is there, is going to be made up of what? Yashna also correct. Suchit says sporopollen. Exactly. Exine is made up of what? Sporopollen. And Chinmay, Sumaya, Anita, Yashna doing perfectly good. Okay. It is going to be sporopollen. So whenever sporopollen, so this is the intine, and outside that you have an exine, and it is discontinuous because wherever sporopollen is not there, there you will be having a pore. Okay. I hope this is clear. Zohin, what about KC30 biology classes? It is going to be there from tomorrow. Please do not be worried, Zohin. And please not spam, dear. Okay? Yes? Clear? Yes. Thank you so much, Anita. Everyone, give me a thumbs up, quick thumbs up. Please help for NEET. Definitely will try. I'm not promising it. We'll definitely be trying for that. Okay? Let's go ahead. Now I got the thumbs up, which means that I can go ahead. Question number 6. In apple, the number of chromosome, the chromosome number of gamete is 17. What is the chromosome number in its primary endosperm nucleus, PEN? Okay, the chromosome number which is there in the gametes is, Baba, only 17. What is the chromosome number in the primary endosperm nucleus? Any idea, guys? Any idea? Umesh, why are you not going to the paper evaluation? If I go to the paper evaluation, will you see me, guys? No, you will miss me. No, that's why. Baba, we are U2 faculty, right? So you have to be a school teacher, exactly a school teacher, to be in that committee and go ahead with the evaluation. If at all I went, probably you might have got full marks. But anyway, you will get full marks. Why? Because we are learning together, right? We are doing good. Yes. So A, most of you guys are saying A is the answer for this question. I see 90% of the children are saying A. Okay. Okay. What is A over here? A over here is 51. And for those of you wondering how the answer is A, listen to me very carefully. In apple, the chromosome number. Okay, number of chromosome in what, Baba? Gamete. Gamete always have only half the number of chromosome. This is what we call as haploid nature, right? Now, what is the chromosome number in its primary endosperm nucleus? Listen, if this is an embryo sac, you have 3 cells over here. These 2 are synergids, and this cell is going to be your egg cell. This is what, Baba? A gamete. I told you that all of them will be sharing the same number of chromosomes. That is, over here when I said 17, all of them are going to be 17. The antipodal cells over here, they are also going to be have what? 17 number of chromosomes each. When you talk about the central cell, they have 2 nuclei. One nuclei has 17, so this nuclei also will be having 17. Right? And how is, we are talking about primary endosperm nucleus. How is primary endosperm nucleus is being formed? Baba, what happens is that one pollen grain, when it comes, it has 2 male gametes. One male gamete goes fuses with the egg cell. What happens with the other male gamete? Other male gamete comes and fuses over here. This male gamete is a gamete. It will be also having 17 number of chromosome. right? And when it fuses with this particular cell that is very much known as what? The central cell. When it fuses with the nuclei of the central cell, what is going to happen? 17 plus 17 plus 17 is equals to what? 17 into 3 is equals to what? 51 number of chromosomes are going to be there. In what? In the structure which is formed, which is known as primary endosperm nucleus. This nucleus is a part of a cell which you call as primary endosperm cell. Got it? So that is how you got 51 over here. You have been asked about chromosome number in the case of primary endosperm nucleus. This is the answer for that. Got it? So most of you gave me the correct answer. I see 85% children gave me the correct answer itself. So pen is triploid. Yes, it is going to be triploid. Why triploid? Because N. It is known as triploid nature. Okay, 3 Ns there. Clear. Perfect. Thank you guys for giving me the thumbs up. I hope we can go ahead with the next. Everyone, the speed is okay. Everything is fine. Right? I'm assuming everything is fine. Yeah? Yes. Please stop me then and there when you have a doubt. I'm here to clear your doubts as well. Yeah? In the questions that has been sorted over here. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Macha. So over here, I have made it clearly. This is a central cell having 2 polar nuclei. Okay. Perfect. Question number 7. Identify the correct order of events in pollen-pistil interaction from the options given below. So over here, Baba, you have so many options. Okay. Bit slow. Okay, I'll try. Can you explain again? Definitely I can. Guys, do not answer this question. Let me just explain again. Okay. Over here, you're talking about the apple. The number of chromosomes in the gamete is 17. Gamete is what? Egg cell and basically the male gamete. Both of them are having what? 17 number of chromosome. Right? Right. Okay. Now, let's do the basic. A pollen grain comes with 2 male gametes. One male gamete will be fusing over here. Egg cell is having 17 number of chromosome. Male gamete is also having 17 number of chromosome. At the end, what do you get? You get basically 34 number of chromosomes over here. What is the thing that is being formed when egg and male gamete fuses? You get zygote. You get zygote, and the zygote will be having 34 number of chromosomes out there. But you are not being asked about the zygote. You are being asked about the primary endosperm nucleus. How is that particular thing being formed? So the next male gamete which is there, which is also having 17 number of chromosome, comes and fuses with the central cell. In the central cell, what do you have? You have 2 nuclei. Each nuclei has 17 number of chromosomes. Right? So if at all we see over here, triple fusion is happening. Triple fusion is going to happen. Why? Because one nucleus, second nucleus, and the nucleus of what? Of the male gamete. So I have 17 number of chromosomes in each of them. So if I do 17 into 3, what is your answer? 51 number of chromosomes will be formed in the fusion, by the fusion of this particular thing. What is being formed over here? Primary endosperm nucleus. In that you will be having 51 number of chromosomes out there. I hope this is clear now. Yes. Yeah. Now you can go ahead and vote for question number 7. Yes. So identify the correct order of events in pollen-pistil interaction from the options given below. Release of male gametes into the embryo sac, deposition of the pollen grains on the stigma, entry of pollen tube into the embryo sac, development of pollen tube, entry of pollen tube into the ovule. Please read this question very carefully and then only go and attempt it. Okay, very, very important. Clear, Macha. Okay. It's C. Is it C? Microsoft, we cannot be guessing that as of now. We have no idea whether it will be tough or easy. Be prepared for the worst. That will be best. Okay. Okay, so I see most of you guys are saying it's C. And starting with, I probably think Dinesh, Lazy Gaming, Dinesh, Lenovo, everyone, Shri Gaurav, Chidambar, Sanjeevani, Yashna, Pavan. Pavan has a different answer. Arif also has a different answer. And Sagar says it is C. And Yugupali also says it is C. So now since you're saying it is C, Mehboob is also saying it is C. Okay, so C is what? Let's decode C then. C means 2. 2 is the first one. Deposition of pollen grains on the stigma. Okay, let it deposit. This is the first thing. Fourth one is basically what? Development of pollen tube. After, we are going to make the picture, okay? After it deposits over here, it is going to basically form the pollen tube. Okay, so what is that particular thing? This is the fourth one. Now after that, fifth one, entry of pollen tube into the ovule. So Baba, whenever you take into understanding, you need to understand over here, this is your ovary, inside that you have the ovule, inside that you have what? The embryo sac. So this is going to be your ovule, inside that this is going to be what? Your embryo sac. So you have deposited, you have made pollen tube, and now you are saying that it is entering into the ovule. Okay, fine. So this is going to be the third thing. Now, entry of pollen tube into the embryo sac. After it gets into the ovule, it will enter into what? The embryo sac, because embryo sac is inside. Correct. So that is also correct. Release of male gametes into the embryo sac. Finally, the male gametes are going to be released, which is why your answer for this question is going to be C. Most of you do mistake over here. You need to understand that ovule is there. Inside the ovule, you have the embryo sac. Do not do the mistake there. So I see that there is a lot of confusion around in this particular question. There are only 48% of children who gave that. C is the correct answer. Rest, some of you staggered between A and D and things like that. Is it clear to you? Is this particular thing clear to you, everyone who is watching this video? It was so easy, yes. But sometimes we mess around the easy things, so it's okay, right? We study that way. Clear, Macha? Yes. Perfect. Okay. So, going ahead with the next question out there. Which of the following aquatic plant does not show pollination by water? Which of them does not show pollination by water? Vallisneria, Hydrilla, water hyacinth, and Zostera. What do you think is the answer for that? Sanjeevani says 8th C, okay. Sagaranga says C, Chidambar says C, Dinesh Reddy says A, Sanjeevani says C, okay. You are giving me, Viti Varu says A, Okay, A, B, C, D, oh my god, so many options are there. Machi C, okay, Machi C, yeah, okay. So C is basically water hyacinth. Yes, that is the answer. Even though it has the term water in it, it does not undergo water pollination. There is mostly what is happening, usually wind pollination or insect pollination happens. In the case of water lotus, water lily, water hyacinth, they do not show what? Water pollination. So, yes. Okay. So over here, C is going to be your answer for this particular question. This is how Vallisneria and Zostera is going to be looking. So Vallisneria, Zostera, Hydrilla, all of them, they are examples for water pollination. Please understand that this is a surface level pollinator, Vallisneria, whereas Zostera is going to pollinate in submerged condition itself. Okay? Works? Clear? If it is clear, can you give me a thumbs up? The gorgeous teacher I ever saw, this beautiful, oh my god. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, clear, right? Clear, Macha. Okay, perfect. So easy question, so I'm not taking too much time for that. Question number 9. Consider the following statements and choose the correct answer from the given options. Statement number 1. Innermost layer of microsporangium is tapetum. Think about it, okay? Statement number 2. Cells of tapetum possess dense cytoplasm, more than one nucleus, and nourishes the developing pollen grains. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? So 73% of them gave me the correct answer the previous time. Good. Kudos. Shri Gaurav says it is B. Chidambar says B. Mir Jafar Ali says it is B. Okay. What about others? Okay, B, Pavan Kumar, Suchit, Sanjeevani, Yashna, Yoga, oh my god. Okay. So B is what? Both statement 1 and 2 are correct. Yes, it is absolutely correct. Listen to me carefully. You have how many layers and how do you remember it? E-M-T. Have you went to ENT doctor, ear, nose, throat doctor? So I remember it like that. E-M-T. Here instead of N you have M. And E stands for epidermis, E stands for endothecium, M stands for middle layer, and lastly you have T, that is tapetum. These 3 layers which are there, they are there for dehiscence of anther. When the anther wants to break open and release the pollen grains, basically you need the help of these 3 layers, only these 3 layers. But when it comes to tapetum, tapetum is that much who is going to nourish the pollen grains, the future your pollen grains and the pollen mother cell and everything out there. So obviously to nourish it, you need to have what? Dense cytoplasm. You need to have dense cytoplasm, and not just that, Baba, you know what happens? The nucleus over here, suppose this is a cell of a tapetal cell, okay? This is a tapetal cell. The nucleus over here undergoes division, and now you have how many cells? You have 2 cells over here. It's binucleate, so not cells, it's nucleus. You have binucleate condition. It divides into 2 nucleus. Why it has binucleate condition? Because what happened exactly is that karyokinesis took place. Nuclear division took place, but cell division did not take place. There is no immediate formation of cell wall and things like that, which is why these 2 nuclei are together now in one big cell out there with dense cytoplasm. So please remember, tapetum is not involved in dehiscence of anther. Only this guy is involved. Okay, only these 3 guys are involved. One is there for nourishment of the pollen grains out there. Okay. Yes. Ma'am, some tougher questions, please. These are not even level of PR. These of KCET. Even I felt that. But you know what? These are the questions from KCET, and most of us mess around with these simple questions itself. Yeah? Yes. So question number 11. In the given diagram, identify the parts labeled as A, B, C and D. So over here, this is a diagram that is given to you. You have to identify the parts which are there. A, B, C and D. Always, first thing that you have to do is identify A part and then identify the D part, and then try to find your answers. A and D first, then all the other options. Okay? Okay. So among 3 will degenerate to where? Degenerate as in they are gone. They are gone. Okay. So these 3 cells which are going to degenerate, they are there in the chalazial end. The one that remains functional is going to be there in the micropellar end. Okay. Is that clear? Manasa, you want the other question to be repeated? I'll repeat it. Okay. Just give me some time. I'll just complete this question and then I'll go back. Hello Swami, good evening. Okay, by the way, every one of you is saying the answer for this question is A, 100% A. A is what? Okay, so let's go ahead with here. So listen to me carefully. When you talk about the structure, this is a structure of what? Monocot embryo or monocot seed to be precise. In monocot seed, what is going to happen? You have embryonal axis, which basically looks like this, Baba. Embryonal axis means the one that forms the future plant. In the embryonal axis, you have the plumule. Covering the plumule, Baba, you have coleoptile. What do you have? Coleoptile. P over here, P over here. Remember like that. Now here you have radicle, which will be soon forming the root. Since it is going to form the root, you have a root cap so that it remains protected. And you have one more very important thing, which is known as coleorhiza. What do you call it? Coleorhiza. R here, R here. Done. Now you just have one cotyledon out there. This cotyledon is cotyledon out there. You call this as scutellum. What do you call it? Scutellum. And then you will be having remaining amount of endosperm. So it does not form 2 cotyledons. It's a monocot. Only one cotyledon will be there. Remaining things of endosperm remains like that. It does not transform into anything. Now over here, when you see this structure and this structure, everything might become clear to you if at all you look at it properly. So here when I say there is this, either this can be plumule and at the top of it you will be having coleoptile, right? You do not have any other option. This will be plumule, this will be coleoptile. Here you will have radicle, root cap and coleorhiza. On one side you will have what? You will have scutellum, and what is left behind is known as what? Endosperm, right? That is a logic out there. When you are asking about A, in A option, you have coleoptile, you have basically A, B, D option saying that it is coleoptile. So I will just cancel out this particular option. Now when you talk about the D one, if you see the D, Baba, it can be either root cap, it can be either radical, or it can be coleorhiza. So let's see. In D over here, I just have one option. Pericarp is definitely not an option. I just have one option saying it is coleorhiza, which is why I can easily lock my answer saying that it is A. Saying that it is going to be A, right? So over here, A is coleoptile, okay? D is coleorhiza. What is B? B is on one side. It is going to be what, Baba? Scutellum. B is going to be scutellum. Now C is what? C is what? Sometimes we think it is endosperm, but you need to understand they are basically pointing up towards the outer surface. This is what? This is basically a seed. Okay, this is a seed which is being inside what? The ovary. And the wall of the ovary which is there, you call this as what? You call this as pericarp. The wall of the ovary is known as pericarp. So you have the ovule. Inside what? Inside the ovary, and the ovary wall is known as pericarp, which is why your answer for this question is going to be A. Please know this is one very important thing. Do not make mistakes out there. Is this clear for everyone? If yes, give me a quick thumbs up. Oh, you, ma'am, please make NEET exam video. I'll definitely try. There are a lot of things ongoing there, so which is why I cannot promise you anything. Yeah? PYQ, Arif will be definitely doing that. As in PYQ paper, we will be doing it towards examination, more towards examination as a whole. By then you will be having more idea on a lot of things, right? Yes. Now, Manasa, do you still have that doubt? Should I go back and clear it up? Sagar, good thought. We'll try it out, okay? Yes. Perfect. So guys, I hope it's clear. Can we go ahead with the next question? Yes. And I saw that 80% of children gave me the correct answer. You guys are awesome. Perfect. Hello, hello, Manjunath. Hello, hello. Okay. Okay. So, just a second, okay? For those who didn't understand this particular question, I'm just going back. Identify the correct statement is being asked. Only one megaspore present towards the chalazal end remains functional. You need to understand that the division is happening here in this particular region. You got 4 cells at the end, 4 megaspore. 3 of them go to the chalazal end, they get degenerated there. 1 remains over here, and that is the one that is known as functional one. Only 1 megaspore present towards the chalazal end remains functional. That will be wrong. The one that remains there are 3 of them, and 3 of them are going to get degenerated. So 3 megaspore present towards the chalazal end are going to degenerate. That is the correct answer for this particular question. Okay, I hope that is clear now. Each megaspore mother cell directly develops into megaspore. No, there is a meiotic division that is happening. That is why we say it's not direct development. Now, each female gametophyte is 7-celled and 7 nucleated. Wrong. Female gametophyte means embryo sac. Embryo sac, Baba, have 7 cells, but nucleus are 8 of them, not 7 nucleus. Okay, so yes. You sound like Shreya Ghosal. Shreya Ghosal, if at all she hears this, probably she'll go like, oh my God, what are people saying? Okay. Yes? Okay. Let's go ahead with the next question that is there. You're most welcome, Mansa. Okay. One of the 2,000-year-old viable seed discovered during the archaeological excavation at King Herod's palace near the Dead Sea was. So 2,000-year-old viable seed belonged to which particular plant? Maize, sunflower, lupin, or Phoenix dactylifera? What do you think is the answer for this particular question? D. Okay. Sanjeevani says D, Swami says D, and. Okay. Lenovo, my boobs, okay. Sharon, Viti, Sagar, Nikki, everyone says the answer for this particular question is going to be D. And Ganesh, Sanjeevani, Tanu, Shri Gaurav, Chidambar, okay. D is what? D is going to be Phoenix dactylifera. You also call this as what? The date palm. It is also known as the date palm. Please remember it. Now a question for you. This is 2,000-year-old. If at all you are being asked about 10,000-year-old viable seed, it belonged to which particular plant? What will be your answer for that particular question? If at all you are being asked about 10,000-year-old viable seed and it belonged to which particular plant, what will be your answer for that? Mir Jafar, yes, date palm. Exactly. Akshay Raj is there, Abba saying lupinus. Exactly. What is the full name for that? Lupinus what? Mata, should we read NCERT line by line for KCET? You should, but I'll recommend you do not just refer to NCERT, have a one-shot with you and then you can go ahead and read the NCERT. It saves a lot of your time. Lupinus articus, exactly. The one that who gave me correct spelling is, I think, Sanjeevani as well as Lenovo. But everyone tried and that is really, really good. Super awesome. Okay? It is Lupinus articus. Yes, Suchit. Yes, Ganesh. Everyone. Perfect. Tanu. Good. Okay, so 10,000-year-old Lupinus articus, it is in the Arctic tundra. That means in the colder region. It is, Papa, near the Dead Sea. Do not be confused with both of them. Okay? Yes. So you can just remember that King Herod was eating palm. Okay, he was eating palm and that is known as Phoenix dactylifera and it was 2,000-year-old palm. Okay. Okay, question number 13. Primary endosperm nucleus is formed by the fusion of what? You know, it seems to be a very simple question, right? It is definitely a simple question. And these type of question came so many times, which is why I had to put it over here. Okay? Ma'am, please give study plan, dear. I will be giving. I have given so many. Today also I have made a video and put it up there. You didn't watch it? Go watch it. Do not go watch it now, okay? Watch it later on. What's the roadmap? What are you going to do in this particular session? 3 chapters I'm going to complete in this particular session. Okay. So from Sagar says D, Tanu says D. Okay. Different Sagar says, okay. So multiple Sagars are there in this particular class. And I see you have a confusion, no? No, most of you are saying the answer for this question is going to be D. D is what? 2 polar nuclei and the male gamete. Is that the answer? Yes. Primary endosperm nucleus is made by the fusion of 2 polar nuclei and 1 male gamete out there. This particular fusion is known as what? Triple fusion. By the end of it, what do you get? Primary endosperm nucleus. This nucleus belongs to which cell? It is known as primary endosperm cell. So the central cell converts into primary endosperm cell and the nucleus transforms into primary endosperm nucleus. That's all. Okay? Yes. Perfect. Okay, question number 14. Match the content of list 1 with list 2. Polyembryony, perisperm, false fruit, parthenocarpy. Everyone who is watching this particular video, machi, listen to me very carefully. Whenever match the following question comes, first thing that you have to do is, do not read polyembryony and try to find the answer for that. Read all the options over here. Match 1 and 4 first. Okay, the first thing that you have to do is match 1 and 4, then only go ahead with the other options out there. Got it? Okay, this is very, very important. Ma'am, PYQs can be repeated? Never. PYQs are not going to be repeated. The thing is, concept will be repeated. From the same concept, you're going to get multiple questions. You get it? That is the usual thing that happens. Okay. A is what most of you guys are saying. A is what? Okay, let me see. So polyembryony means multiple embryo formation, and that is a strict thing for citrus fruits. Okay, for citrus fruits. So only one thing is citrus over here, and that is lemon. So I'll say 1 goes with R. 1 goes with R. I just have 2 options. I am going to eliminate the other options. Okay, parthenocarpy. Parthenocarpy means formation of fruit without fertilization. Okay, fruit without fertilization. So ovary, which is there, you have ovule, you have ovary. Ovary is going to form the fruit without fertilization. That means ovule is going to remain like ovule. There is no seed formation that happens. Seed formation happens after fertilization, right? So no seed is there. A plant with no seed is what? Banana. Is what? Banana. So 4 goes with Q. 4 goes with Q. I have 2 options still like that. Okay, that means I have to go ahead. Perisperm and false fruit is there. The easy one that I have here is false fruit. False fruit means usually it's the ovary that forms the fruit. Suppose that's my hair. Suppose it's some other part of the plant that is also there for the formation of fruit. What do you call that now? You will call it as false fruit. And that happens in the case of banana. That happens in the case of apple, because apple is formed of thalamus as well. You know, this ovary is resting on a part like this that is known as thalamus. Thalamus also contributes to the formation of fruit out there. So basically that goes with apple. Now just give me a second. My hair did something that it should not have done. So you have to wait. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So yes, we were here. So false fruit, So thalamus is this particular structure which is there. So thalamus also contributes to the formation of fruit, and that happens in the case of apple. So 3 goes with S. 3 goes with S, and I have got my answer. My answer for this question is going to be A. Perisperm is what, Baba? Perisperm is the amount of nucleus which is still persisting out there. Okay, you know what happened? You have the ovary over here, and then the ovule. Inside the ovule, no, there is a layer of cells which you call as the cells of the nucellus. And then there is one cell which is known as basically the megaspore, mother cell, which is going to form the megaspore later, and later it will be transforming into the embryo sac. It forms the embryo sac. What happens to the cells of the nucleus? They remain there. They think that I will nourish the papa guy out there. Sometimes they degenerate. That means that is they are getting used up. But sometimes they can persist. Okay, and that persistent nucleus which is there, you call that as perisperm. Please do not be confused between pericarp and perisperm. Perisperm is the persistent nucleus and it is found only in 2 plants, and that is known as B square. Okay, B square. B square means what? Black pepper and beet. Black pepper and beet. So basically this goes with this. Is this clear? Remnants of nucleus, exactly, Lenovo. Okay, what is the difference between polyembryony and parthenocarpy? Okay, polyembryony and parthenocarpy. Polyembryony means inside. Listen to me very carefully, okay? Okay, now don't go. It goes like this. You have the ovule. Inside the ovule, you have the embryo sac. When I say that multiple embryos are being made, in what? In the ovule, I say that multiple embryos are being made. This is known as polyembryony. Okay, and this is usually found in the case of citrus plants out there. Now, over here, you are asking me about what? Parthenocarpy, right? Parthenocarpy, on the other hand, is where there is no fertilization that is happening. That has nothing to do with the ovule. Listen to me very carefully. Usually, when the ovule undergoes fertilization, where this male and the female gamete fuse together, the ovule transforms into what? Seed, and the ovary which is there, it transforms into fruit. But in the case of parthenocarpy, fertilization is not happening over here. That means there is no seed formation happening over here. But the ovary still transforms into a fruit. So will this fruit have the seed? No, it will not have the seed. Ma'am, how does it form the fruit then if fertilization is not happening? Because of some hormonal imbalance. You know, there is auxin that is responsible for formation of fruit, for ripening of the fruit. Or probably there might be some other hormones which are there, actually ethylene and a lot of other hormones are there which are responsible for what do you call ripening of the fruit. In this particular condition, there is an imbalance being caused, okay, and that is exactly why they form the fruit without what do you call fertilization to happen. That is the thing. Okay, is this clear to every one of you? So many questions are there. Chidambar, fruit is made up of thalamus in the case of false fruit. Yes, so it can be thalamus, it can be any other part also. Listen, so whenever I am saying that any other part, not just ovary, but some other part of the plant is helping in the formation of a fruit, I will say it's a false fruit. Ma'am, we are awesome, especially me, because of you, since in my college our bio sir will not teach us neatly from your lecture MCQs 94 plus in biology. Oh, thank you so much, Sagar. That's so sweet of you. How many chapters you're going to complete in this session? 3. Okay. Guys, shall we move ahead? How many marks are required for veterinary and agriculture? Dear, I have to check it up. I cannot tell you right now because I am not sure about that. Yeah? I have to check. How are you, ma'am? That's so good of you to ask. I'm really good. Yes. Aditya, ethylene. Yes. Ethylene is a fruit ripening hormone, but here mostly it's a role of auxin. And people actually induce parthenocarpy. That is why you might have seen fruits without seed. Why? Because they're inducing parthenocarpy out there. Strange, right? Yes. Ma'am, why ma'am, perisperm is black. Perisperm is found in black pepper. Okay, in black pepper you find the persistent nucleus still there. Okay, because it wants to nourish the embryo. Usually it gets degenerated long before, but sometimes it still persists to nourish the embryo. Clear? Everyone clear? Chidambar, thank you. And Hassan is there. Hello Hassan. Yes. Now next question that we have, question number 15. Which of these options is true in the context of the above diagram of the pollen grain? So first of all, look at the above diagram of the pollen grain. Everyone, look, I'm not giving you the options. Look at this particular diagram. What is A and what is B? First tell me that here. Okay, first tell me what is A and B over here in the live chat session. Then we'll go ahead. Is apple the only one? No. Apple, what do you call, strawberry, in apple, in strawberry, in cashew, in all these 3 of things you see, they are false fruits. Apple, cashew and strawberry. Okay. 15th question. Okay, options have come in front of you, but I have not given you options yet. But listen to me carefully. So, yes. Nice explanation. Thank you, Sri Gaurav. Okay. So, A is vegetative cell is what Suchit says. Okay. Hassan also says that A is equals to vegetative. Okay. A is generative. Who said that? Dinesh, I will be coming back to that question. Okay. Just give me some time. Leave space to see the diagram. Okay. I'm so sorry. So, Arif says A is vegetative and B is generative. Yes, that is clear to everyone, right? Okay. A is vegetative and B is generative cell, because this is a big cell and this is a small cell. Now you solve the question. A is generative cell which forms the male gametes and B is a vegetative cell. You know that A is what? We have just studied A is what? Vegetative, and B is generative. So this particular statement is obviously going to be wrong. A cannot be generative cell. Now A is vegetative. Let's keep that on hold because that could be correct. A is generative, let's cancel that again. A is vegetative, again we have to keep it on hold. Now we have options this and we have to choose from this. A is vegetative cell which give rise to the male gametes. Can vegetative cell give rise to the male gamete? That's the role of generative cell. They generate the gametes, right? So this particular statement is going to be wrong. What are we left with? We are left with this particular statement. A is a vegetative cell with abundant food reserve and B is generative cell which forms the male gametes. So that is going to be your answer. Your answer is going to be what, Baba? It is going to be D. It is going to be D. Got it? Yes? Clear? Shri Gaurav, did you get it, dear? No? I'll tell once more, listen to me carefully. Very big cell is vegetative cell. So A is basically vegetative cell. Very small cell is generative cell. B is going to be generative cell. The vegetative cell over here is going to help in the development of the generative cell because the generative cell will form the gametes. So it provides nourishment to the generative cell out there. So here it is written, A is vegetative. Correct. And it has abundant food reserve. Yes. And B is generative, which forms the male gametes. That is also correct, which is why your answer for this question is going to be D. Clear? Next live for me will be there on Saturday at 9 a.m. in the morning. Most of my lives are going to be in the morning, but this time there was a confusion around, which is why we have it now. Okay. Ma'am, can you please explain again? Okay. Questions are not repeated, dear. Questions are not repeated. Concepts are going to be repeated. So you should be knowing about the concept. Dear, who was that? Shri Gaurav, is it clear to you? Or do you really need an explanation once more? Hiya. Okay. 14th question. So Dinesh just asked me, guys, please 1 minute. Okay, Dinesh asked me a question and I said that I'll clear it for him. I do not want to keep him stop up there. 14th question, listen to me very carefully. I'm going to explain it very fast, okay? Polyembryony means multiple embryo formation. That is a unique feature of what? Citrus fruits. Over here only one is citrus and that is going to be lemon. Perisperm. Perisperm means persistent nucellus. So what exactly happens? You have the ovule. Inside the ovule you have certain cells which you call as the cells of the nucellus. Usually what happens is that this nucellus is used up when you help in the formation of embryo sac and stuff like that. But sometimes it might persist there itself. This nucleus might persist there. It will still wait for the embryo to form over here. It will help in nourishment of the embryo, do everything. This persistent nucellus which is there is known as perisperm. It is found in only 2 plants according to your NCERT. One is black pepper and the next one is beet. I remember it as B square. Okay, now false fruit. False fruit basically means that usually your ovary is the one that transforms into a fruit after fertilization, but here the other floral parts of the plant, it can be thalamus, it can be pedicel, it can be any other part that also contributes in the formation of a fruit. That is known as false fruit. So when you eat an apple, the thing that you are actually crunching up is the part of the thalamus. So thalamus is contributing. Obviously ovary is also helping. In the innermost portion that you see is the ovary, and then inside that you will have the ovule and everything. But anything apart from ovary is participating, that is why you call it as a false fruit. Parthenocarpy basically means that over here we believe that ovule, it has the female gamete. When the female and the male gamete, it forms the seed, right? And you say fertilization has taken place over here. So when fertilization takes place over here, the ovary which is there, it transforms into a fruit. That is a general thing. But in this case of parthenocarpy, without fertilization happening up over here, the ovary transforms into a fruit. How? With the help of certain hormones out there. This can be induced if at all you give some hormones from outside, and people do that. And when you do that, basically you are going to get fruits without seeds, such as banana. I hope that's clear. Okay? Clear. Question number 16. By the way, everyone listen to me very carefully. You're most welcome, Dinesh. Listen to me very carefully. These 5 questions that you're going to see next are not KCET PYQs. There are new questions that I've included. So make sure you go through these questions really well. Okay, go slow, read the questions properly. And I feel that question number 15, there was a confusion. It is sorted now. Okay. Okay, in which of the following combination of seed grains of different plants residual endosperm will be present at maturity? Some amount of endosperm will be still present at maturity. That is the question. Groundnut, barley and beans, castor, groundnut and maize, wheat, maize and barley, and pea, groundnut and beans. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? Everyone attempt in the poll and also tell me in the answer session. Okay. So Hassan, I think, said C is the answer for that particular question. Is it? Sanjeevani says 16D. Mahboob says it is D. Madiha says it is C. Pooja says D. Dinesh C, D. Baslinga D. Sanjeevani says C. Okay. Chidambar says C. Priyanka, hello. D. Arif B. Okay. Guys, you gave me A, B, C, D option. Log F, ARP and log. Okay, say C. Valorant Gamer says D. Okay, guys, Billionaire says C. Okay, so listen to me carefully. What is the question? Which of the following combination of seed grains of different plants have residual endosperm left? When endosperm is there in some of the plants, it is being used up for the formation of what? Cotyledon. And usually we say that it is dicots where you do not have any endosperm left behind. But on the other hand, some plants are there which only makes one cotyledon and rest of the endosperm still persist up there. And usually this is associated with monocot. Usually, the term usually you need to remember. In some cases, there can be exceptions as well. Anyways, whenever you say that some amount of endosperm is persisting, I say that they are what? Albuminous seeds. And that is a question. You have to find the plants which has albuminous seeds. And the one that do not have any endosperm, you call this as non-albuminous seeds. The easy way is to spot what? The monocots out there. So groundnut, barley and beans. Here groundnut and beans, basically they are dicots. They cannot have residual endosperm. Okay, barley is a monocot. Now castor, groundnut and maize. Here there's a catch. Listen to me very carefully. This is a very important thing. Okay, castor is a dicot. Castor is a dicot, but it comes under albuminous category. It's an exception. Okay, it's exception. It comes under albuminous category. Groundnut is a dicot, but it is non-albuminous, and maize is a monocot. But anyway, you have groundnut, which is why your option here is going to be wrong. Where is that? Where is the cursor? This option is also wrong. Wheat, maize and barley. 3 of these things, Baba, they are basically what do you call monocots, and they are going to be having what? Albuminous seeds. So your answer for this question is going to be C. Why not D? Because pea, groundnut and beans, again they are dicots. Anything that you can break into 2 are dicots. Okay, and usually they are non-albuminous in nature, except castor. Got it? Okay, is it clear? See, I told ya. Yeah. Yes, Hassan. First PUC MCQs. We'll be doing that towards some time. Okay. Why not B? B is what? Castor. Groundnut is there, na macha. Groundnut is what? It's a dicot. Right? It's a dicot. It's not a monocot. And this groundnut has 2 cotyledons. There is no endosperm left behind. So that's why that's not the answer. Okay. Machi, drink some water. Yes, I'll do so. Okay. Now everyone who feels that it is super clear, just give me a quick thumbs up. And I know that you are getting irritated by me asking for thumbs up, but please do that. Then only I'll get the understanding that yes, my children are understanding things. Okay. So the poll for 16 question, I see 6%, 27%, 33. No one most of them were not able to find the answers, which is why this question is super important. I hope you have understood the basics now. Cool. Please try your hair, ma'am. Oh my God. Okay. I'll try my hair for your piece. Okay. Question number 17. Again, not a PYQ, a new question. Okay, let's go. Match column 1 with column 2 and select the options. Correct option. Column 1, castor, papaya, yucca. Dinkichika. Now you have to tell me the answer. I already gave you a clue here, right? You have to give me the answer. Come on. And the options are this. Question number 17th. Can we score 120 plus by PYQs? You have to do some extra questions as well. PYQs alone might not be enough, especially when it comes to PU1. Okay. Sagar Chopra, so lots of children are saying D. Okay. So Hassan says it is D, and then someone said D. No. Okay. Suchit says D. Sanjeevani says B. Chidambar says D. Rekha is saying D. Sanjeevani still B. Always Shaikh says D. Okay. Yours Amma says D. Okay. Baslingappa says B. Varsuku says B. Siswai says D. Okay. Guys, Priyanka, Viresh, and Shivakumar, Swami, Priyanka, Mir Jafir, Nikki, Sagar, Thor Gaming, Mehboob, and also Faiz Pasha, Valorant Gaming, Witty, everyone, my dear children, super happy seeing you answer. But let me see what is the correct answer. Castor we just discussed, it is what? It is going to be a dicot. Is that mentioned over here? No. What is mentioned over here? Monoecious, dioecious, and insect pollinated. What do you mean by monoecious? Monoecious means a plant that has both the sexes. That means it can be a condition like this where the flower is having both female and male plant like that. Sorry, female and male part in a flower like that. Or probably it can be a condition where it has a flower with only the female part and it has another flower with only the male part. Anyway, if at all you see, it has both the sexes in one particular plant itself, right? These type of plants are known as monoecious plants. It can be either this, either this. Anyway, castor is something that is monoecious. Castor is what? A monoecious plant. When you talk about papaya is going to be dioecious. Dioecious basically means that one plant will be having only female flowers. Another plant will be having what? The male flowers. So can I say that they are unisexual plants altogether? Unisexual plants with unisexual flowers. These are dioecious. They are known as dioecious. So your papaya comes under that particular category. Now what about yucca? Yucca, you know, yucca and the moth story you have studied. Yucca is basically a plant, and the moth is something that helps in the pollination of yucca plant, right? So it is insect pollinated. It is going to be what? Insect pollinated. Now suppose I am a person who have no idea about castor and papaya. Still can I try to find the answer? Let me check. C goes with 1. I just have one option like that because I am very sure about C. C goes with 1. I just have one option like that. So do not be disheartened. Sometimes this can also help you. So your answer for this particular question is going to be D, Baba. It is going to be D. Ma'am, what is yucca? Yucca is a plant, and yucca plant is being pollinated by a moth that is there. Yes? And if at all you have seen the story, I have taught it before, but you know what? They look so similar, you are not able to identify what is a moth and what is a plant. It's like that. Dioecious and dicot. Dicot means what, Baba? It's totally different thing. Dicot means basically an embryo that is having 2 cotyledons. The endosperm is totally utilized up to have 2 cotyledons. That is dicot. Dioecious plant means basically the flowers over here, the sexes are on 2 different plants altogether. One will be female plant, another will be male plant. That is dioecious. Okay? Thank you so much for giving me a thumbs up, everyone out there, and all my lovely children. I'm not able to take out names, but sometimes I'll try to find time for that as well. Okay? Question number 18. Are we ready to solve it? Let's go. Yes, they show mutualism. Perfect, Dinesh. Okay. An angiospermic male plant with 24 chromosomes in its pollen mother cell. 24 chromosomes, we have to write it down. Pollen mother cell has what? 24 number of chromosomes. Is crossed with a female plant bearing 24 chromosomes in its root cell. In the root cell, you have what? 24 chromosomes. This is the male plant and this is the female plant. Okay. What would be the ploidy of embryo and endosperm respectively formed after this particular cross? So basically you are being asked what is going to be there in the case of the zygote, or basically not zygote transformed to embryo. So anyway, zygote and also PEN. First of all, listen to me carefully. Everyone, I hope you're giving me the answers. Yes. Okay, dinky chicka, dinky chicka. 44% children are saying B is the answer, huh? Okay. Billionaire says, my name is Sanjana. Oh, is it? Okay. Got it. So, Madiha Khanum and Arif and Sanjeevani has a different answer, says C is the answer. Okay. Arif says B. Okay. Viti says D. Pavan says D. Chidambar says A. Mahbub says B. Okay. I don't know, ma'am. Is that an option over here? No, but okay, still. Let's check it out. Listen to me very carefully. It's very simple. They make it complicated for you guys, okay? This is what? Pollen mother cell. That means a normal cell out there. A normal cell is having 24 number of chromosomes. That means when this pollen mother cell undergoes meiosis, I told you, when first meiosis gets completed, you have half the number of chromosome, 12 number of chromosome. At the end of second meiosis that happens, basically you have 4 cells with 12 number of chromosomes. These 4 cells are microspores, and basically they are going to form what? They are going to form the pollen grains. So can I say at the end of it, the pollen grain is having what, Baba? The pollen grain has 12 number of chromosome, and pollen grain undergoes mitosis to form the gamete. So that means the gamete is also going to have what? The male gamete is also going to have 12 number of chromosome. Agreed? Done. Now when you talk about the female part and you say root cell is having 24, root cell is a normal cell, right? It is a normal cell, and the root cell will also basically in that also you will be, so it's a normal cell. All the normal cells in this particular female body have 24 number of chromosome. That means megaspore mother cell will also have 24 number of chromosome only, because it's also normal cell. This megaspore mother cell undergoes division. At the end of it, Baba, what do you get? You get the female gamete. Female gamete will also have the same thing, that is 12 number of chromosome. Agreed? 12 number of chromosome will be there. Now what? How is zygote going to be formed? Zygote is going to be formed when the female and the male gamete comes together. So here 12, here 12. 12 plus 12 is equals to what, Baba? 24 number of chromosome, right? This is known as syngamy. This is known as syngamy. Right? Done? Okay. What about primary endosperm nucleus? The next male gamete which is there, it is going to fuse with what? The 2 polar nuclei. The 2 polar nuclei. Suppose this is one nuclei, this is another nuclei. One nuclei will be having 12 number of chromosome, other nuclei is also having 12 number of chromosome, right? Yes. And what about the male gamete? It also has 12 number of chromosomes. 12 plus 12 plus 12 is equals to what? Is equals to 36 number of chromosome in what? The primary endosperm nucleus. So your answer for this particular question is going to be 24 and 36. You have been asked about the endosperm, you have been asked about the embryo. Zygote is transforming into embryo, so 24. You get it? So your answer for this question is going to be D. Is it clear? Okay, is it clear? Okay, perfect. I like you, ma'am. Want to meet up with you? Okay, that's so sweet of you, Sanjana. By the way, who all are there in Bangalore? So there might be a quick meetup that is going to happen in JP Nagar this particular Saturday. Not sure about is it going to happen for sure it's or not, okay, but it might happen. If at all it happens, we'll be putting up in the YouTube channel, and if you want to meet us, you can come to meet us on Saturday. Ma'am, why not B? B is what? 24 and 24. Embryo will be having 24 number of chromosome. Primary endosperm nucleus is by the fusion of 3 nucleus, no Baba, right? So 2 nucleus, then 12 plus 12, 24. But polar nuclei are 2 of them, so 12, 12, and the male gamete will also have 1 more nucleus, so extra 12 comes up into that particular case. That is why you have 36 number of chromosomes from here. Okay, got it? Yes. Cool. Ma'am, please come to Balki. Oh my God, I wish I could have come there. JP Nagar, which block? In Vedantu Learning Center. So yeah. Okay, we'll come to that. I'm not sure about it yet. So yes, next question. Let's go. Question number 19. The number of pollen grains produced by each head inflorescence of... this is going to screw up everyone. Come on, guys, everyone. The number of pollen grains produced by each head inflorescence of family Solanaceae, which has 10 actinomorphic flowers, if each anther produces 20 pollen grains, are what? The number of pollen grains. What are the number of pollen grains that are going to be produced? And the previous question also, I saw that most of you gave the wrong answers as well, and some of you gave the correct answers. It happens, okay? We are solving new questions, so you're prone to do all these things. Now you tell me the answer for this particular question. This is important. So I see 71% of children are saying it is B. Okay. Ma'am, we complete more than 1 hour but not one chapter. It's because we are talking, right? If at all we do it alone, we'll be obviously solving fast. When I'm explaining, there is explanation. Don't be worried. Okay. So Vitti Aru says it is B, okay. Swami says it is 800, okay. 800 is B, okay. Sanjeevani says it is B. Arif says it is B. Chidambar says B. Mahbub, Vijay. Mahbub also says it is B. Vijay has a different answer. Valorant Gamer says it is D. Swati says B. Okay, guys, let's try to find out the answer for this question. First of all, you need to have a basic knowledge of PU1 in this particular question. Okay, Solanaceae family. In the Solanaceae family, there are basically in one particular flower, there will be 5 stamen. That means 5 anther. 5 stamen means 5 anther. Now, if at all you can try to find the answer, it will be really good. So, now what I am saying is that the number of pollen grains produced by each head inflorescence of family Solanaceae, which has 10 actinomorphic flowers. So you're talking about 10 flowers. Each anther produces 20 pollen grains. So, oh my God, you have 10 flowers. Okay, and you are saying that 10 flowers, in that each anther is producing 20 pollen grains. So 10 into 20 is equals to what? 200. Is equals to 200. Done. Now what? Now we are saying it's of family Solanaceae. This particular flower which is there, it belongs to family Solanaceae. Okay. In that flower, in one particular flower, you have 5 anthers. So in 200 of them, if at all you calculate 200 into 5, it will be what? 1000. It will be what? 1000. Your answer for this question is going to be D. And I saw someone who gave me the answer as D. That was a very unique person. Where did the person go? So Vijay was the first person to say that the answer is going to be D. And then Valorant Gamer also said it is D. Rest everyone was saying it is B, 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 B. Okay, it is D. Sanjana, Katwa and Viresh, Nikki, everyone. Did you understand this? Ma'am, why not? Okay. Listen, actinomorphic means basically you can cut it in any direction. That is what you mean by actinomorphic, right? Now, over here, I'll explain it to you once more. Everyone who is watching this video, listen to me carefully. Suppose, let's go easy, step by step. 10 flower is there. Okay. Now, other information, each anther produces 20 pollen grains. So, each anther is there. Suppose one anther over here is producing what? 20 pollen grain. So 10 flowers and each anther in them are going to produce 20 pollen grains. So 10 into 20 is basically, 10 into 20, 10 into 20 is basically going to be these many number, right? Right. Okay. Now what? Over here we are also talking about family Solanaceae, and we are saying that each flower over here has 5 stamens or 5 anthers. So basically you multiply it with 5, so you get the answer to be 1000. D is 1000. Petals are, why are you talking about you? Did I say 5 petals are there? I'm so sorry if Atala said that. Not 5 petals, 5 stamen, 5 stamen, okay. 5 stamen. That means 5 anther. And this 5 anther, each of them, okay, are going to produce how many? 20 pollen grains. So 5 into 20, if you want to do like that, you can do like that also. 5 into 20 is equals to what? 100 is equals to 100, right? Now how many flowers are there? 10 flowers are there. So 100 into 10 is equals to what? 1000. Either way, whatever you get, your answer is going to be D. Is it clear to you now? If it's clear, can you give me a thumbs up? I know it's like a bit twisted question. Mostly you're not going to get a question like this, but you should be prepared for the worst, as I tell you, always. Okay, now we just have one more question that is left, and that is question number 20. Anyone who is out there who feels that I didn't get the question at all, you can ask me once more. Srinija, where is your question, dear? Sorry, it got, if I get minimum 70, I get 10. Please tell me. Srinija, I have to check. Okay, I have to check once and then only I can let you know. Otherwise, it will be a bit problematic because, you know, rank versus marks is a very problematic topic out there. And I will be making a video on that tomorrow, by the way. Yes. Question number 20. A botanist studying Viola noticed that one of the two flower types withered and developed no further due to some unfavorable conditions, but the other flower type on the same plant survived, and it resulted in a assured seed set. Assured seed set. Which of the following will be correct? So you have been asked about the other flower which is producing assured seed set. One is not able to survive, but the other one was able to survive. It was able to produce seeds out there. So what do you think is the answer for this particular question? And you know what? You can expect a question coming from clistogamy and chasmogamy and stuff like that. Sanjana, super teaching, ma'am. I like your classes are from. Oh, thank you so much, dear. Okay. A is the answer for this question. Is that so? 20. Sanjeevani says it is A. The flower type which survived is clistogamous and it is always exhibiting autogamy. Correct. The flower which survived is what clistogamous flower? It is closed, Baba. And which is why? It is since it is closed, it can survive in unfavorable condition and can undergo pollination. It can give you assured seed set. Assured seed set. And since it is closed, it does not have any other option to do what you call gytenogamy or xenogamy. It can always do only one thing, and that is autogamy. So that is a straight question out there. This is very, very important. So yes. Okay. If I zoom, there is only maximum zoom there is there. Clear? Everyone? Ayyo. Yes. Assured dead. Assured seed set means anyway, whatever you do, seed is going to be formed. That is what you mean by assured seed set. Number of multiple seeds are going to be formed there. How is seed formed? With the help of fertilization. How is fertilization happening over here? Because of autogamy, self-pollination. Okay? Clear? Okay. If clear, everyone just give me thumbs up, guys. How many questions are there? We are just on 20. We have to solve 35 more. Yes. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up needed. By the way, Macha is derived from Tamil Macha and affectionate stand for close friend. Yes, exactly. A brother-in-law? No, brother-in-law. My name is Diksha. Okay, Viti. I'll try to remember it. Ma'am, second PU percentage. Whose? Okay. Guys, so let's go ahead. Let's not waste any bit of time. Now we are entering zone 2, and that is of human reproduction, and it is a very important chapter. Again, as I said, have given you 3 questions, have given you 4 questions at the end. So the second chapter is this, and over here the topics that have mostly given you most number of questions is male reproductive system, the female reproductive system, especially the female reproductive system. If at all you see that each year 2, 1, 1, 2, or sometimes none of the questions come from here. But anyways, these are something that is coming on high weightage. Gametogenesis, this has usually given at least 1 question. Living 2 years, most of the years it has given at least 1 question. And pregnancy and embryonic development again is a topic that has given some questions out there. So previous year 2 questions came from pregnancy and embryonic development, and 1 question came from what? The male reproductive system development. So this is very important. Make sure you listen to me very carefully. We are going to enter that zone. Yes, yes. So let's go ahead. Question number 21. Which one of these is not an accessory gland in the male reproductive system? Prostate gland, seminal vesicle, Cowper's gland, or Bartholin's gland? Which one of these is not an accessory gland? Guys, please don't talk among yourself. Bad, 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 bad. Accessory, the glands which are there, they are going to release certain things. That is how it performs. So most of you are saying it is okay. So wait, Hassan says it is D, Suchit says it is B, Chidambar says it is C, Sanjeevani says it is D. Okay. Okay, what about others? Let me see. Priyanka says it is D. Yellamma says it is C. Sanjana A. Okay. Swati. Okay. So guys, over here, your answer for this question is going to be D. Bartholin's gland. You have been asked about what, which is not an accessory gland of the male reproductive system. Prostate gland is. What does it release? It is going to produce some calcium and also some clotting enzymes. These two things are very important things that the prostate gland produces. Okay. What about the seminal vesicle? It produces the most important thing, that is fructose. What does fructose do? Fructose provides energy to the sperm. Okay. What about the Cowper's gland? Cowper's gland is basically something that is not there written exactly in NCERT, which is why you might not remember it well. It is also known as, it is written in the NCERT, right? Yeah, anyways. So it is also known as bulbourethral gland. Bulbourethral gland. It looks like a bulb, and basically they are there for lubrication of the penis. So these three things are definitely part of accessory glands of the male reproductive system. What about Bartholin's gland? Bartholin gland is a part of the female reproductive system. It's not there in your NCERT. Listen to me very carefully. Okay, it's not there in your NCERT, but listen to me carefully. It is present towards the vagina, and it provides lubrication in the case of female body. Okay, got it? Yes. Guys, please do not talk among yourself. Okay. So Darshan has come, says hi girls. So Darshan only speaks to girls. What about the poor boys out there here in this particular chat session? Okay. Ma'am, what is Cowper's gland? Cowper's gland is bulbourethral gland. Listen, we have three glands in the case of male. Okay, this is going to be your seminal vesicle. This is going to be your prostate gland. Yeah, your prostate gland. And finally, this chuttu thing that you see over here, no? It is actually known as bulbourethral. It looks like a bulb, right? Sometimes it is also known as Cowper's gland. Okay, three of them are going to release their things, and yes. Okay, clear? Let's go ahead then. Okay, perfect. Question number 22. When the fallopian tube is blocked at the ampullary region, the ovum fails to move from what to what? Infundibulum to isthmus, isthmus to infundibulum, ovary to ampulla, and isthmus to uterus. What do you think is the answer for this? Ma'am, what is Bartholin's gland? It is there in the case of female reproductive system. It's not there in the NCERT. Do not be worried. And it's there for lubrication in the case of females. Okay? Prajwal and someone else. Billionaire grabs. Guys, please do not talk among each other. Please do not do that. I might have to put you in timeout. So please do not do that. Okay? Warning. Okay, infundibulum to isthmus, isthmus to infundibulum, ovary to ampulla, isthmus to uterus. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? When the fallopian tube is blocked at the ampullary region, the ovum fails. B, A, Suchit, Shivaraj, Vijay, Priyanka, Sanjeevni, Shivaraj, Chidambara. Okay. Madiha, Sanjana, Swati. So different answers over here, but most of you guys are saying the answer for this question is A. Okay, there's a confusion, is it? So listen to me very carefully. Over here, if I make the fallopian tube, it looks like this, right? You have the fimbriae. This is your infundibulum. This is going to be the ampulla. And finally, you have the isthmus. So if the fallopian tube is blocked at the ampullary region, that means at this particular region, okay, the ovum fails to move from what to what? The ovum which is released from the ovary over here will be not able to move from the infundibulum to the isthmus. To the isthmus, right? So infundibulum to the isthmus is going to be the correct answer for this question. Isthmus to the infundibulum, Baba, your ovum is released over here, not on that side, right? So it cannot be ulta. Ovary to the ampulla. Ovary to the ampulla it can reach. Beyond ampulla it cannot go, right? So obviously this is also going to be wrong. Isthmus to the uterus, again that is also not the correct way. So you need to understand this is the flow, which is why your answer for this question is going to be A. Okay, guys, this is a very simple question, macha. Okay? Ma'am, sorry for that. It's okay, Prajwal and Billionaire. That's really good. You guys are good. Okay. Let's go. Next question. Question number 23. So over here, if two primary spermatocytes and ma'am, I told A. Yes, perfect. That's great, Sanjana. Okay. If two primary spermatocytes and two primary oocytes undergo meiosis simultaneously, what will be the ratio of spermatozoa and ova produced at the end of gametogenesis? What do you think is the answer for this? You just imagine primary spermatocyte is dividing, and over here primary oocyte is also dividing. Okay, undergoing meiosis. At the end you get spermatozoa, at the end here also get ova. What is the ratio of this? First spermatozoa, then ova. Please understand, while you form the ratio, you have to think of the first spermatozoa, then the nestin out there. Okay? Okay. So over here, Ms. Jaffer cleared much. Okay, Sanjeevani says B is the answer. Swami says A. Shivraj says B. Sagar says B. Veeray says B. Okay, okay. Always says 2. Okay, just a second. Veeray says B, and Sanjana, Tarun ma'am, could you show the leaderboard? There's no leaderboard over here, dear, sorry. Mahbub says B, okay. Most of you guys are saying B. Sheikh Nida, Farhan, Karni Studio, hello. Nick, Miss Jaffer, okay. Guys, B is the answer, B? Yes. So you'll not have to worry about two spermatocytes and two primary oocytes and stuff like that. The thing is very simple. Over here, if you have one primary spermatocyte, it is going to undergo meiosis. You get two secondary spermatocyte, right? These are two secondary spermatocyte. At the end, basically, what are you going to get? You are going to get spermatids which are going to form spermatozoa. How many of them? 4 of them. From one, you get 4 of them. Whereas when you talk about primary oocyte, things are going to be different. When the primary oocyte divides, undergoes meiosis, this division which is there is unequal over here, which is why one cell is going to be big, another cell is going to be small. This big cell is secondary oocyte, this one is going to be the first polar body. Do you think it will divide? It is not going to undergo meiosis. Here it happened, but here it is not happening. Here only one cell undergoes second round of meiosis, again unequal division. One big cell and one small cell. This is going to be the second polar body, and over here this cell which you see is going to be your ovum. So from one primary oocyte, you just got one ovum. From here, you got 4 of them. So 4:1 is going to be the answer for this particular question. Your answer is going to be B. Okay? Okay? Works? Done? I hope, children, it is clear. This is a very important question. Ma'am, you do daily classes, live classes, ma'am. Then what about the other teachers? Other teachers also might have to take some classes. If at all I only go around teaching, then probably. And you know what? For biology, children are very less. This is what I assume. Or is it just my assumption? Five-minute break. You want 5-minute break? When did we start the session? We started at 5 o'clock. Okay, so let's reach 25th question. Okay, once we're done with 25th question, we'll take a 5 minutes break. Done? Done. Okay, let's go ahead. 24th question. Select the mismatched pair. First month of pregnancy, formation of heart. Second month of pregnancy, movement of fetus. Third month of pregnancy, formation of most of the organ system. 6th month of pregnancy, eyelids separate and eyelashes are formed. You have to give your answer from this. You have to find the mismatched pair. You have to find what, Baba? Mismatched pair. So, tell me. Only study says A is the answer for this question. Okay. Pavan says B. Sanjeevani says B. Priyanka says B. Time Flies says B. Shivraj B. Karni Studio B. Vijay says C. Priyanka and yes. Veeray says D. Farhan says B. Okay. Sagar Chopra says B. Saraswati, hello dear. B. Just now I saw this paper. Is it? Okay, that's super. Kamlesh, Maizbu, okay, Suguna. Guys, so most of you guys are saying B, which is why I should be going with B. Second month of pregnancy, movement of fetus. Wrong. So first month of pregnancy, listen to me carefully. If at all you remember this, you will be able to score really good marks in this particular topic. It's very simple, okay? So the thing goes like this. Chidambar, I also told B, ma'am. Perfect. Everyone who gave me the answer as B, awesome. Everyone who didn't give me the answer as B, you need to understand it. Once you understand it, you will be able to answer it later on. Okay. So, first month, when someone dies, what do you check? You check the heartbeat. Similarly, when someone is born, you check the heartbeat. So, first month, your heart is being formed. Second month, you have limbs and you have digits. What do you have, Baba? You have limbs and you have digits. Okay, third month, what do you have? Third month, you will be having most of the organ system being formed. Your external genital organ, which is also being formed. Okay, penis in the case of male, and the case of female, you have mons pubis and all those things out there. Okay, so heart is there, limbs and digits are done. By the third month, most major organ systems are being formed. External genitalia is also being formed. Fourth month, there is a rest. Okay, fourth month, there is a rest. And then fifth month, baby says that, God, please, I want to move around. I want to show some style. Give me some hair also. So first movement, as well as the first hair on the head, is in the fifth month. Now, the sixth month, God says that, hey, Macha, you needed hair. No, have hair on your body. So full body hair will be there by the end of the sixth month. So full body hair, eyelids will be now formed, and eyelids are going to be separated, eyelashes are going to be formed. Lot of things happens around the hairy thing in the sixth month. That's all. So over here, this option is wrong because first movement of fetus is found in the fifth month. Got it? Hello, Priyanka. Hello. Okay. Got it. Apple is not a parthenocarpic fruit. Apple is a false fruit, dear. Blinky. Clear, Macha. Okay. So your answer for this question is going to be B. Yeah, it is going to be B. And over here you have something to refer to. Guys, going ahead with the next question, question number 25. Choose the correct sequence of sperm transport during ejaculation. Very important. Go through it once. Everyone, choose the correct sequence of sperm transport during ejaculation. That means you should be knowing about the structure of what do you call the testis, right? Try it out, everyone. By the way, the previous question, 95% of you got it correct. Awesome. Loved it. Blinky, I already gave you the answer, Macha. Okay, so over here, Swami says B, Where Gamer says A, Timefly says A, Chidambar says A, okay. Pavan A, Always Shaikh A, Shaikh Snda says A, Okay, Only Studies, Videsh, Priyanka, Swami, okay. Guys, Kani Studio, Farhan, okay. A is what? Seminiferous tubule, then greater testis, then vasa efferentia, then epididymis, then vas deferens, then ejaculatory duct. Yes, it is absolutely correct. And let me try to remember a shortcut which was there. Epididymis. I forgot. Okay, so there is no short form out there which I fondly remember, but I can help you with understanding this. You have what? You have the testicular lobules right over here. Inside the testicular lobules, what do you have, Baba? You have seminiferous tubules, right? The seminiferous tubules is where the sperms are being made, and now they want to move out. So they all come together and they form a duct over here. And this duct is known as the rete testis. Now if the sperm says, I want to move out, I want to have an exit. So exit, E for exit and E for vasa efferentia. So they try to move out of the testis, but what exactly happens? It's a sad thing that they get trapped in the next duct which is there, which is a coiled duct, which is known as epididymis. Now finally, the epididymis is going to open into the another duct which is going to take the sperm to distance. So distance and deferens, please remember. So vas deferens is the one that takes it to distance out there. And finally, the vas deferens will be opening up. It will be fusing with the seminal vesicle out there. Both of them will be coming together to form the ejaculatory duct. That is how usually things goes. Yes, Ravi visits every village. Exactly. Thank you, Sagar, for reminding me that. Yes. Rete vas epi vas. Yes, that is also nice. So Ravi visits every village is something that I taught before. Yes. So Ravi, okay, visits every village. So either way you can remember it, but yes, remember it. Okay. So this is what you need to remember from here. So guys, now we are done with this. Please remember that over here, when vas deferens is coming over here, you receive a secretion from the seminal vesicle as well. Okay, both of them are now going to open up together into what? Into the ejaculatory duct. Please remember that. Cool? Yes. Now, do you want a break? Do you want a break? put your own rap which was given in Sankalp series. Yes, I forgot my own rap because obviously 10-minute break. Someone says no. We'll take 5 minutes break. 10 minutes is too long, Baba. Okay, we'll take 5 minutes break. I also have to go home. It's night. It's not pretty much safe, right? So 5 minutes break for everyone who is out there. We'll meet back. So 5-minute Kit Kat break. Okay. Be back at, what's the time now? Be back at 6:48 BRB. Correct 5 minutes. Correct 5 minutes. If you know me, you know that I come correct in 5 minutes only to torture you guys. Hello, hello, hello. Yes. Ma'am, round figure 650. Yeah, macha. Hello, ma'am. Welcome back. Hello, guys. Welcome back to you guys as well. So I'll just wait for everyone to come back and then we'll start off with our live session. Welcome back. AJX. Hello. Good evening. Hello, 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 guys. So, are we ready to rock the floor? Yes, everyone is coming back slowly, 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 slowly. I was watching shots. Is it? Okay. Hair is so nice, is it? Thank you so much. Ma'am, I'm not able to open my test series after purchasing. How do I do it? Okay. Prasad, can you just give us your actual name with the which you contacted, if at all you can, when the live ends, okay? In the comment section, if at all you put your actual name by which you registered, we can help you with that, okay? I'll be going ahead talking about it, okay? Does that work? Ma'am, are you a Mallu? Yes, I am a Mallu. Yes, perfect. Okay, and also, just a second. You can just mail it over here. So, ask edutube at diksha.learning.com. Okay, Prasad, please make sure you mail your concern over here. It will be really, really good. Okay, it will be sorted. Works? Okay. Guys, now we are going to, ma'am, can you please tell me the crash course that is starting from 6 of what will be duration of the lecture per day of Comet K? It depends, as in basically 2 subjects will be given to you, basically one shot will be there, the PYQ will be there. If at all you are someone who feels that I am done with the one shot, I know the chapter, you can just go and refer the PYQ lectures out there. So that is how probably it might be going. Yeah? Yes. Chalo. Now we go ahead with the next question that is there. Question number 26. Everyone, so I have removed the poll system over here because I felt that, what you said, I was not able to connect with you too much. So I've removed that. By the way, everyone who have not clicked on the like button of this particular session, please make sure you do so if at all you're liking it. Okay. So let's go. Match the hormone with its sites of production. HCG and HPL. What is HCG over here? It is human chorionic gonadotropin, and HPL is what? Human placental lactogen. Now progesterone is there, androgen is there, relaxin is there. First of all, read all the options as I always say. And now we are going to go ahead with the other thing, that is the site of production. Right? Yes, ma'am, do you have any app for the paid courses? Yes, I do have. We do have our Learnist app through which we, Vedantu app basically, through which we work. So definitely for the paid course, everything is going to be different. By the way, this is, I think, high time. So everyone give me the answer and I'll tell about the courses which are offered by our particular channel. Yeah? Yes. So A is most of you. Sagar, Shivraj, Sanjeevni, Vijay, everyone. Okay, Kani Studio, Rashmi, Manju, Only Studies, Sanju. Okay, AJX, Prashant. Most of you are saying A, which is why I'll go with A. What is A? Let's see. HCG and HPL, basically they are produced by your placenta. They are placental hormones. There are 4 placental hormones in total. HCG, HPL, estrogen and progesterone. Okay. Now, apart from that, before placenta is being formed, progesterone is the one that is released by ovary. After placenta comes, basically progesterone is released by placenta itself, but before that it is the ovary who does that. So B goes with 1. Okay, so B goes with 1 now. Just a second. B goes with 1, A goes with 3. Just a second. And why are you saying it is A? Let's see. HCG and HPL, it is placenta. A goes with 2. A goes with 2. I just have one option like that. Now, progesterone which is there, it is the one that can be released from corpus luteum as well. Yes, you are correct. Corpus luteum can also release progesterone. Direct. Now, androgens, that is the male sex hormones out there. Male sex hormones as in testosterone and everything, they are released by the Leydig cells. So C goes with 4. Now, what about relaxin? Relaxin is a hormone that is produced during the later phase of pregnancy, again by ovary, which is why your answer for this question is going to be A. And you guys are absolutely correct with that. Okay? You guys were absolutely correct. Again, there is a word. Okay. Okay. Ma'am, poll system is there. I actually told to remove it, but Okay, so yes, is it okay for you to have the poll? Because I somehow was not able to see your comments. That's the reason I said no, but okay. Anyways, so guys, what were you telling? Yes. So listen to me very carefully. The answer for this question is A. Everyone got it? If yes, just give me a thumbs up. If everyone got it, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, perfect. Clear, Macha. Perfect. Thank you. Now listen to me carefully. There is something that we had launched. Okay, courses that we have launched, and I really want to talk about it right now because it's the right time to do so, I feel, right? So there is a course which is KC30. It's a 30-day crash course. Obviously, it is paid course. It is available for ₹2499. But before talking about the pricing part, please understand what do you get. You get PU2 as well as PU1 out there. That is the syllabus. Okay, syllabus coverage will be done. The PYQs will be sorted. There will be one-shot videos. There will be PYQs as well. In the case of biology, I have not covered every chapter of PU1 in one shot because it will be very too long. It's 19 chapters out there. So only very important chapters are being covered, but all the PYQs are being there. In the case of physics, chemistry and mathematics from PU1 and PU2, all one-shots will be given to you. All PYQ lectures will be given to you. Apart from that, you will also get the the test series. So almost you are getting, not the test series, basically you are getting the mock test out there. You will be getting mock test, and there will be almost 10 of them is what I remember. So there will be 10 mock tests given to you such that you can have a fresh practice to things. Apart from that, the PYQs which are there of PU2, okay, so the PU2 PYQs will be given to you in test format such that you can attempt and see your speed and accuracy. That is also a good thing about it. And there will be live doubt solving sessions every single day. So those of you who have taken, you might know that there is doubt solving session every single day by one particular teacher. Okay, one teacher comes at 5 p.m. or so. Basically, they will be clearing your doubts at that particular point of time. That is how it usually goes. And there will be lecture notes given to you. There will be daily practice papers given to you. All these things are going to be covered in KC30. It's a 30-day crash course. You need to understand this one very important thing. You will be having separate WhatsApp group. Everything will be communicated to you very properly. The pricing for that is ₹2499. Okay. Now, talking about the next thing which is there is Lakshya KCET crash course, and Lakshya KCET crash course is offline. It's not online. It's offline crash course. So if at all you're looking for an offline medium, you can go ahead with that as well. Finally, one thing that is available online is ABHYAS. And ABHYAS is a test series. Please understand, it's not a crash course. It's what? A test series. When I say test series, that means that you will be having a number of mock tests out there. Okay, there are 30 plus mock tests given to you, and basically you can go ahead and practice that. Okay, so there will be mock tests. So this is just for your question practice and rigorous practice. This is not where you find one shots and stuff like that. This is just for your question practice, and trust me, it had worked really well the previous year. We launched it for the first time, and we got many children who got so great ranks. And it is not, the question papers are not made by us. It is basically made by the teachers who have been teaching for like 20 plus years. They're senior faculties out there. Okay, so there are mock tests being made. Apart from that, this time we thought that we should be giving you the PU2 PYQs again in test format, so that again you can check how is your speed and things like that. So that is ABHYAS, and the pricing for ABHYAS is very minimal. It is ₹999. Okay, it is ₹999. So if at all you are someone who wants to go with either of the courses, you can go. That is one very important. The link is given in the live chat session also, is what I can see right now. And if you feel that, ma'am, no, I basically do not have money and I want to rely on the free resources, you can do so. We are teaching over here in YouTube, as you can see right now. Right, so that is there. But if you're someone who is very much into like, I want a structured program, I have heard people saying that. So then you can go for either of these things out there. Okay, so ABHYAS is something that is recommended. So, yes. Okay, done. Clear, everyone? Going ahead with one very important thing. And also please remember, for KC30 the classes have started. So if at all you're planning to take it up, take it fast. Okay, do not delay it. Do not delay the whole process up there. Ma'am, is there any separate app named Diksha Vedantu app other than? Yes, there is Diksha Vedantu app where all of this is getting programmed. Okay, there is Diksha Vedantu app. Cool? Works. Perfect. So thank you so much, my dear children. Let's go ahead now with the questions. Yes. 27th question. Accessory ducts of reproductive system of human female include. What are the ducts which are included in the reproductive system? Duct as in a medium of transport for the ovum to go. So oviduct, uterus and vagina, oviduct, ovaries and ovarian ligaments, oviduct, ovaries and mammary glands, ovaries, uterus and vagina. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? What do you think is the answer for this question? Only study says it is D. Okay, Bhagya says it is D. AJ says it's A. Chidambar says it is C. Fatima D. Prashant C. Oh my God. Shivaraj says A. Vijay says A. Farhan says A. Okay. Guys, the answer for this question is none other than A. Oviduct, uterus and the vagina. This is where your, the ovum is going to get transported, or later on probably, the baby is going to be moving out. Okay, why not other options? Because over here, oviduct, ovaries is present. Ovaries' job is to release the egg, right? It is not a duct. It is the primary sex organ out there. Ovarian ligaments are there for support. So obviously this is not the answer. Oviduct, ovaries. Again, ovaries are mentioned over here. Mammary gland has nothing to do with this. So obviously this is also not the answer. Ovaries, uterus and the vagina. Here again, ovaries have been mentioned. This is the primary sex organ. Please remember, it's not a root. You have been asked about a root. Your only root is A. Got it? Everyone? Oh yeah, it was A. Yeah. So this is how machas and machis do mistake. But now I hope it's super sorted. Yes, it's super clear. Everyone? If yes, give me a thumbs up. Bhagya says A and AJ is so happy saying yay. Yes, I'm also so happy with you giving the answers. Perfect. Okay. I'm waiting for the thumbs up. Thank you, love. Okay, let's go ahead with the next question out there. So your oviduct is over here, uterus is over here, and vagina is right over here. So this becomes a pathway. Okay, that is why it is known as a duct. Perfect. 28th question. The inner cell mass of blastocyst becomes what? Inner cell mass of blastocyst becomes what? Extra embryonic membranes, differentiated into embryo proper, chorionic villi, or the placenta. 2017 question are there. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? The inner cell mass of blastocyst becomes what? Oh my God, so many answers. Vijay. Okay, so I am going to read the people who are giving me correct answers, okay? So, Shrishel, hi, I don't know how to pronounce it, but B. AJX says B. Sanjeevani says B. And Always Sheikh says B. Ankita says B. Bhagya says B. Farhan says B. Only studies. FR Panlock, okay, Mithun Gowda. And My Sweet World. And Leheri, hello. And Fatima, and okay. Ansri, so many children are there. So Shobha is also there. Yogopal is there. And Ankita is there. Okay. Prajwal. Okay. Listen to me carefully. The answer for this question is going to be B. And why B? That is the question. So, you know zygote is being formed when the egg and the sperm comes together, right? Yes. This is a single cell, right? This single cell is going to undergo mitosis. It forms what? 4 cells at the end. Right? And what do you call this now? You do not call this an embryo. Sorry, you do not call this a zygote anymore. You will call this as what? An embryo. Because it's more than one cell now. Right? This embryo is going to undergo cleavage. This is division is known as what? Cleavage. It keeps on dividing, goes on macha. Okay? It keeps on going. It forms different stages of the embryo. One stage where you have 8 to 16 cells in the embryo, you call that particular stage as what? Morula. Morula is a stage where there are 8 to 16 cells. The cells are known as what? Blastomeres. Similarly, you have a stage which is known as blastocyst. Okay, the blastocyst, and they have n number of cells. They have so many number of cells. But there is one distinguishing factor which is very important. And that factor is basically what, Baba? You will be having what? One outer layer which is known as trophoblast. Okay, and inside this you have another group of cells right up there which you call as the inner cell mass. Now this particular embryo is known as blastocyst, and it has a cavity in between and all the thing. What exactly happens is that now the embryo which is there, it will soon grow. Okay, so morula is being formed. It rolled down into the uterus. In the uterus, this blastocyst which is being formed, it goes and attaches to the endometrium. It will come and attach to the endometrium. What is going to happen? The trophoblast layer over here, it's going to make finger-like projections like this. Okay, and basically from the uterus side also some things come together. That is how you get your placenta. So basically a trophoblast will be forming finger-like projection, which you call as chorionic villi. Okay, which you call as chorionic villi, and the uterine wall also helps in the formation of something that is known as placenta. Now what is left behind? Your inner cell mass is left behind, Baba. Your inner cell mass over here, which is left behind, is the one that actually is going to further develop and is the one that is going to form the fetus and everything out there. Got it? So differentiated into embryo proper means it is the actual one that forms the embryo later on. So which is why your answer for this question is going to be B. Got it? Clear? Clear? If clear, give me a thumbs up. Everyone, if at all you think it's clear, just give me a quick thumbs up. My name is Yogita. Call me Yogi, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yes, I'll call you Yogi. Okay. Okay, guys. So we do that in the okay. So I cannot do that over here because it's YouTube, right? We have to be there in YouTube, right? Yes, perfect. Now let's think. Question number 29. Several mammary ducts join together to form a wider structure called what? So this is about mammary gland, and in mammary gland we are saying that several ducts are going to come together to form a wider structure. What do you call this wider structure as? Lactiferous duct, mammary lobe, mammary ampulla, or mammary tubules? Dinky chicka. Okay. Bhagya says C. Shivraj says C. Kavana says, Kavana is there. Hello, hello, hello. Farhana says C. And Rashmi says C. AJX says C. Okay. Vijay says A. Yogita has different answer. Retracted the answer. Only 30 say C. Shivraj, Sagar, and Yogi, and Aarti Kulkarni, and Shivraj, Mehboob, Chidambar, and Sanjeevni, always shake. Okay. So my dear children have lots of different answers, right? Math dal. Yes, you remember that? That's so sweet of you, Bhagya. Okay, so there's a way that I remember things, and that is dal fell on a mat. Okay, so we have to put mat first, and we have to put dal later on. Okay, M stands for mammary lobe. How many mammary lobes are there? 15 to 20 mammary lobes are there. Now the lobe will be having what? Lobe is going to have so many alveoli. Okay, alveoli which are there, they are going to open into what? Mammary tubules. So T for tubules. The tubules which are there, they are going to join together to form what, Baba? Duct. The ducts which are there, they are going to join together to form what, Baba? Ampulla. The ampulla which is there, they will open into what, Baba? Lactiferous duct. This is how I remember. So how do I remember ampulla? A for alveoli over here, A for ampulla over there. Ampulla, lactiferous, all of them lactiferous. So you can remember like that. Okay. So please remember like this. So several mammary ducts join together to form a wider structure that is known as ampulla. Sorry, answer for this question is going to be C. Done? Clear? Okay. Thank you for easy to learn. Okay, it's so sweet of you. Thank you. Okay, tomorrow do 4th chapter. What do you think I am? I would really love to do, but listen, so there are so many things parallelly ongoing, obviously, which is why we cannot do daily lives. But yes, other teachers are doing it, and I'll be coming on Saturday morning with a fresh mind with 2 very important chapters, Principles of Inheritance and Molecular Base of Inheritance. Okay? Yes. So thank you for giving thumbs up. Everyone understood, right? Can we go ahead with the next question? Everyone, thumbs up. Yes, perfect. Tomorrow is holiday. Yeah, holiday. Okay. Okay, let's go. Perfect. Where is the question? Where are you? Okay. Next question. If in a normal menstruating woman, menses occurs on 5th of April, what will be the expected date of ovulation? Tell me. What is the expected date of ovulation? If at all you're saying menses is occurring on 5th of April. So when do we expect ovulation to happen? Ma'am, only fast. Okay, fast. I'll do fast. Vincent, Mary, ma'am, you're so pretty. Thank you so much. You're also so pretty. Okay. Vijay says B. Shivraj says C. Okay. Okay, I'll read out only the name of children who are giving me correct answers. Okay. Vijay, AJX, Shrishel, and Mir Jafir. No. Sorry. AJX and Kavana and Bhagya and Always Sheikh and Farhana and Mehboob and Sanjeevni. and Anushree, and only studies, and Sagar. So listen to me very carefully. Vaibhav, Anand, Yogita, Yogi. So listen, everyone. Okay, sorry if I missed any of your name. Very simple question. So when I say that on 5th menses is happening, so when we take the usual cycle, we say it's of 28 days, right? We say it's of 28 days, and basically we assume that half of it, 14th day, okay, on the 14th day ovulation is going to happen. So over here, when I say that menses is occurring on 5th of April, I don't have to calculate anything, just do one thing, 5 plus 14th, because on the 14th day you would be having ovulation. Okay, on the 14th day you would be having ovulation. So when you do that, it comes out to be 19th. It comes out to be 19th. And the closest to 19th that we have over here is 18th of April, which is why your answer for this question is going to be B. Got it? Your answer is going to be B. Okay, Chidambar, Omkar, Suprit, okay, Priyanka, everyone. Anas, clear? If clear, just give me a quick thumbs up, guys. We'll move on to the next question. Okay, thank you so much. Let's go on. Identify the cells. Identify the cells representing P, Q, R, S in given schematic representation of spermatogenesis. In spermatogenesis, you have to identify what are these things. Clear, Macha? Okay, thank you, Macha. So what is P, Q, R, S over here? Listen, we started with spermatogony in the picture. And then we are showing that something is dividing into 2 cells, then these 2 cells are dividing into 4 cells, and things like that. And I'll tell you the best way to give this particular answer, or basically solve these type of questions. Shall I say? It's a very important trick. Start from the back side. Start from here, it will be very easy for you to identify it. So S is going to be basically what? Spermatozoa. Right? S is going to be spermatozoa, and if at all I check over here, S is primary spermatocyte, S is going to be spermatozoa. This is one option that I have. Okay, over here S is something else. Here also S is spermatids. S is what? Spermatids. So basically I know that it is spermatozoa. The tail leg thing is going to be spermatozoa only. So my answer is going to be this, because I have only this option as there. Okay, same, I always show back from the backside. Very good. No, ma'am. So listen to me carefully. So P over here is the primary spermatocyte. It undergoes division. You have the secondary spermatocyte, that is Q. R is going to be spermatids. They are round globular structure. Remember, they are not mature sperms. If at all you want to make the sperms mature, what do you have to do? You have to make it undergo spermiogenesis. That's when the immature spermatids, they are kids. Spermatids, kids. They transform into mature spermatozoa which have tail and everything. So the answer for this question is going to be B. Is this clear? D. Who said D? Okay. Yeah, tail is equals to zoa. Tail means basically it has proper sperm out there, so it is spermatozoa. So your answer for this particular question is going to be B. Everyone understood? If understood, give me a thumbs up. If it's clear, give me a quick thumbs up. No, mama. Mansa, not clear? Okay. Listen, I can make you understand this. It's not a humongous task. Listen, you had the primary spermatocyte over here. Remember, it underwent meiosis. It got 2 cells. And underwent meiosis 1, and you got 2 cells. This is what? The secondary spermatocyte. Now, they underwent the second round of meiosis. You get 4 cells. What do you get this for? What do you call these 4 cells as? You call them as spermatids. Please understand, they are globular sperms. They are not tail. Your normal sperm which is there, it has tail and everything, but it is not formed like that. You still have to undergo one more process to form the actual sperms. But anyway, we say that spermatogenesis is officially over here. Spermatids are formed, right? Now these spermatids are immature. You transform them into mature form, and that is known as spermatozoa. So whenever you see a tail over here, that means they are spermatozoa. Spermatids, they are kids, and kids basically they are globular. Okay? You're funny, ma'am. I like your teaching style. Is it? Thank you so much. You might be the last person on the earth to find me funny, but I'm so happy. Okay, let's go ahead. I hope Mansa is clear now. Mansa, Baba, where are you, dear? Are you? Yes. Yes. Okay, ma'am. Perfect. Question number 32. Now, this has the same type of question. You see, this came in 2020. 1 year, 2019, Spermatogenesis came. Second year, Ugenesis came. Identify the cells represented PQRS in the schematic representation of Ugenesis. Again, PQRS. Go backward. Go backward. What is going to be the S? S is the final product. What is the final product? Basically, ovum. Final product is going to be the ovum, right? So, in that particular case, what do you have? S is ovum. You just have two options like that. Either this option, either this option. These two options, let me cut it down. Okay, fine. Now, ovum is made from what? The secondary oocyte, right? So, R is going to be secondary oocyte. R is primary oocyte over here. R is secondary oocyte over here, which is my answer is going to be A. It is going to be A. Arvind, ma'am, slow, Haley. Oh my God, someone is saying, ma'am, fast. Someone is saying slow. Okay, I'll be in medium speed. Okay. Got it? So everyone, AJX, Priyanka, Kavana, Vijay, Bhagya, Anushri and Shivaraj, Rashmi, Priyanka, Fatima, Mehboob and Leheril, Farhana, Chidambar, Always Sheikh, Omkar, Time Flies, Vaibhav, Sagar Chopra, Sanjana and Manju and Aarti and Subrit and Bas Hadmani and My Sweet World, Aravind, everyone. Only studies. Okay, FR and everyone out there who gave me the answer, kudos to you. Yes. Okay, now going ahead with the next question. Question number 33. Identify the odd one from the following: infundibulum, fimbriae, isthmus or labia minora. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? Ma'am, I didn't understand. Please explain. Which question? The previous one? D. Oh my God. D is labia minora. Yes, exactly. This one is the odd from out. This is the easiest question I ever saw. Infundibulum, fimbriae and isthmus, they are all basically part of what? Your oviduct. Okay, in the oviduct, what do you have? You have over here the fimbriae. This is a part of what? The infundibulum, and then basically you have ampulla, and finally you have the isthmus. Labia minora is a part of the external genital organ of the female. It's of the female itself, but it's external genital organ. So which is why your answer for this question is going to be D. Okay, and this particular part is known as the labia minora, which is inside. Cool. Is this clear? If yes, can you just give me a quick thumbs up? Ma'am, how? How? These three are parts of oviduct. This is the external genital organ. This is the part of the external genital organ, which is why this one is going to be the odd one out. Clear? Okay. Mari Gowda, ma'am, please repeat the previous question. Ma'am, are you ignoring me? No, Baba, I am not at all ignoring you. Okay. The previous question. Can you tell me the question number? Is it 32 that you're asking for? Guys, next question by the way, and after that I'll go ahead and give the answer for children who are doubt. Okay. So which one of the following hormone is not secreted by the human placenta? Be very careful over here. 32. Okay. I'll come back to that, okay? Don't worry, I'll come back to 32 question. Okay, so I see that Shivaraj, Rashmi, Vijay, Time Flies, everyone have a different answer to tell. Okay, C, D, A, B, everything you give me option. Okay, every option you give me. Listen, this is a very important question. The reason that I told you is that in your NCERT it is written human placenta releases just 4 hormones. HCG, first one. Second one, HPL. The third one is what? The third one is basically progesterone. And the fourth one is estrogen. So, ma'am, in the option that is given here, progesterone and HCG is definitely released by placenta. According to our NCERT, relaxin is something that is released by the ovary, not the placenta. Okay, but at the same time, FSH is also something that is released by the pituitary, not by the placenta. So, in that case, what will be the answer, C or D? The answer for this question is going to be C. Why? Because yes, I do agree that ovary is the one that releases relaxin towards towards the end of pregnancy. But placenta also does it before. Okay, the placenta also does it before. But FSH, which is gonadotrophin release, gonadotrophin basically, follicle stimulating hormone, no one else can release that except pituitary. We do not have an option over here except what? The anterior pituitary. They are the ones that releases FSH and LH, which is why your answer for this question is going to be C. I know it's a tricky question, but I'm really happy seeing all of you, almost so many children give me the correct answer out there. Did you get it? Omkar, did you understand this question? Yes? Clear? If clear, everyone give me a quick thumbs up. First, come on. All my Chutku champions out there, give me a quick thumbs up if at all you feel that this particular thing is super clear for me. Dinky chicken. Okay, perfect. For those of you who didn't understand, I'll repeat it once more. Listen to me carefully. HCG, HPL, progesterone, estrogen, these are the hormones, 4 hormones released by human placenta. Here you have 2 options stating that, but the other 2 options are not directly something that is given in your NCERT. In your NCERT, it is written that relaxin is released by ovary, but you need to understand that placenta can also release relaxin. Okay, it also releases relaxin at some point. But FSH, LH, they are gonadotropins and they are released only by pituitary gland and nothing else, which is why the answer for this question is FSH. And now, there was one person involved over here, I think Mary Gauda, who asked me the 30-second question. Guys, I'm so sorry, I'm going back, but please let me respond to that because I will not be able to sleep with that. Okay? So dinka chicka cleared. Oh my god. Okay, so over here the question was, you have to identify what is all standing for. S is the last thing that is being formed and S is going to be the ova, because that is the last thing that you get at the end of oogenesis, right? I had 2 options with saying that S is ovum. That means I have to cut down the other options. Okay, now ovum which is there, it is made by the division of what? The secondary oocyte. The secondary oocyte is made by what? The primary oocyte. So basically, if at all you don't want to go other way, just think like this. This is the primary oocyte. You see it's unequal division that is being done. The primary oocyte is going to unequally divide with the first polar body and basically the secondary oocyte. This undergoes meiosis again and you get the second polar body and you finally get the ovum. So R is what? Secondary oocyte. Over here R is primary oocyte, which is why this option is also wrong. I just have this option which is going to be correct. What is P? P is basically the grandmother over there, that is oogonia. Oogonia is going to divide, increase its number, and it's going to get differentiated, as in basically to understand that I want to form an ovum later on. So thus those differentiated cells, or those cells which feels that I will be going ahead and dividing, those cells are known as primary oocytes. Okay, the primary oocytes. So Q is going to be primary oocyte, P is going to be oogonia. I hope this is clear now. Yes? Yes. Perfect. Guys, don't kill me. Okay, as a teacher, I have a job to clear the doubts as well, right? Yes. Clear. Come on. Which chapters are we covering? We are covering 3 chapters. 3 chapters. Okay, that is sexual reproduction, plants, human reproduction, and reproductive health. From the following table, select the option that correctly characterizes various phases of the menstrual cycle. So, what do you think is the answer for this particular thing? How many questions, ma'am? Still 35 questions are done. 20 more. Ma'am, fast, ma. You'll give me heart attack, huh? Okay, wait. AJX says C, Sapna says C. Okay, Shivraj says C, Sanjeevani says B. Riza says B. Guys, easy way to crack it up. Listen. Menstruation phase. Menses is going to happen. In menstruation phase, endometrium is going to flow down, right? That is known as menses. You just have 2 options like that. Regeneration of endometrium, obviously, arey baba, it is breaking down. You're saying regeneration, wrong. Matured follicle, no, wrong. So only these 2 options are there. I do not even have to look at these 2 options. Forget it. Now you have 2 things. In the follicular phase, you know the follicles are going to develop, right? Yes. The follicles are going to develop, and basically at the end of the follicular phase, there is something that is going to happen which is known as LH surge. The amount of LH hormone is going to go up really high, and that is known as LH surge. I do agree it is not exactly happening within follicular phase, but it happens towards the end. Okay, so I have LH surge over here as an option. The second is developing corpus luteum. I have to think of both of them. Corpus luteum is going to develop after ovulation. It cannot happen in the follicular phase. So the option that I have left with is what? LH surge only. It at least happened towards the end of follicular phase, right? So this is the thing that is there. Now, the next one, luteal phase regeneration of endometrium. in the luteal phase, my dear children, do you think, okay, so you have two options again, follicle maturation and regeneration of endometrium. Follicle maturation happens in the follicular phase, not over here. Regeneration of endometrium, it actually happens in the follicular phase again, but yes, here also in the luteal phase also, what is going to happen under the influence of progesterone, it is going to get thickened. So which is why we say that, okay, if at all we have to choose one option, then it will be B. Then it is going to be B. Okay, once again explain. Yes, I can explain, don't worry. Okay, so over here, Baba, in menstruation phase, the menses has to happen, as an endometrium has to break down, right? So you just have two options, menses. Here regeneration of endometrium is mentioned, that is why it is wrong. Here matured follicle is there, that is why it is wrong. Follicle maturation happens in the next phase, not in menstruation phase. So you have two options. Okay, so you cut off the other options. Now, in follicular phase, the follicles are developing and basically regeneration of endometrium happens, but none of them are given over here. You just have two options to pick, developing corpus luteum and LH surge. Corpus luteum develops after follicular phase, that is after ovulation happens, Baba. That's when your corpus luteum is going to be developing. So this obviously is not the case. This obviously have to remove. What are we left with? LH surge. Ma'am, LH surge happens in this particular phase? No, but it happens towards the end of follicular phase, which is why I'll say that, okay, if I have to choose, I will be choosing this. Okay, now luteal phase. In luteal phase, corpus luteum forms and there is endometrium that is getting thickened. Now, both of them are not being mentioned over here. Follicle maturation is given. Follicle maturation obviously cannot happen. Regeneration of endometrium, it already started happening over here, but still, yes, I can say endometrium is still regenerating over here, which is why your answer for this question is going to be B. Is this clear? Is this clear? Done. Oh, yes, perfect. Okay, question number 36. That is, select the correct match. Ma'am, might take my name. Rahul. Yes, I took. Okay. Macha, tell me the answer for this. Column 1, seminal fluid, prostate gland, ejaculatory duct and penis is there. Column 2, epididymis, membranous urethra, erectile tissue, fructose and lubrication of penis is there. You have to choose the correct match. Go ahead and choose. Thank you for explaining. You're most welcome. Dinky chika, cleared much. Okay. Basu Hadimani, Baba, you ask me, what college do you go, ma'am? And what, listen, this is preparation time. Please do not talk among yourself. Please try to be attentive. Give the answers for the question. Yes? Sumera, okay. Sumera is what I will call you, okay, if it's okay. And AJX says C is the answer, Chidambar, and Mithun, Lonely Eco, and guys, Kavana says B, Ramcharan says A, and Riza says B, okay, AJS says C, okay. What do you think is the answer? Most of you guys are saying B. Most of you guys are saying B. Let me see B. What is B? B is equals to 4. Sorry, B is equals to 5. Wrong. Listen, seminal fluid means what? All the fluids together, that is prostate gland, the release of fructose will be there, there will be calcium and plus the enzymes, there will be some materials for lubrication, all of it will be there in the seminal fluid. So A can go with 5. A can go with 5, but do you have an option like that? No. A can go with 4 also. Seminal fluid has fructose in it, so yes, A can go with 4 also. So this particular thing can be correct, so I'll keep it in one particular zone. Prostate gland over here, it is the one that releases either calcium or the enzymes. None of them is being mentioned over here, which is why I cannot go with any of that. So B goes with 5, that will be wrong statement, because it is lubrication of penis is being done by bulbourethral gland. Now what are we left with? Ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct, which is there, it is the one which is going to carry the sperm as well as, it is going to carry the sperm to the urethra, but that is again not being mentioned over here, right? It is not being mentioned. So here it is, C is written as 1. C goes with 1, obviously no. Now penis is the external genital organ, yeah, and it basically has, it is made up of erectile tissues out there. So if at all D goes with 3, it will be correct. Is it like that? No. D is going with 2 over there, which is why you have only one answer for this question, and that is going to be A. Is this clear? Is this clear? Simple question. Do not complicate it in your head. Okay. Seminal fluid which is there, Baba, over here, you need to understand. Seminal fluid is something that is made by the secretion of seminal vesicle, which releases fructose. Okay, plus the release of prostate gland. What does prostate gland release, Baba? It releases one thing that is known as calcium, and apart from that, certain enzymes. Okay, 1, 2, and plus the secretion of bulbourethral gland. What does it release? It releases things for the lubrication of the penis. Now these three things come together to form the seminal fluid. So if at all I have to match with fructose, it will not be wrong, because yes, in the seminal fluid you have the fructose from the seminal vesicle. Or if at all I had to match it with lubrication of penis, that would have not been wrong. But here you do not have an option, you just have an option like this, which is why your answer for this question is going to be A. Got it? Works? Okay. Clear? Everyone, if it's clear, can you just give me a thumbs up now? Can you do the same for the NEET also? It's, you know, if at all I commit, I have to do it, right? So I'm not sure if at all I have the capacity of time to do it at this particular point. I would have loved to do it though. Okay? Yes, perfect. Okay. Question number 37. In mammary glands, mammary lobes are found that contain clusters of cells called alveoli that secrete milk. The number of mammary lobes in each breast is, we just discussed it. Okay, we just discussed it. In mammary gland, mammary lobes are found that contains cluster of cells. And basically, how many mammary lobes are there? That is the question over here. B, 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 B. Everyone says it is B. Yes, I just saw one person giving me wrong answer. Rest everyone said it is B, and that is 15 to 20 lobes. Yes, 15 to 20 mammary lobes are there. Please remember that. Done. Done. It's a very easy question, which is why I'll move on to the next question. Question number 38. Let me see who all are going to give me the correct answer. In human male, 200 to 300 million sperms are released in one ejaculation, out of which about dash must show vigorous motility. So 200 to 300 million sperms are being released. After that, how many of them should be showing vigorous motility? What do you think is the answer for this question? Okay, B, 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 B. Guys. Which question are we solving? 38th question, right? So can you just write 38 A, B, C, D? What is your answer? Whatever is your answer. So Lehril Sanjeevani says C, Bhagya says C, Sanjana says A, Sumarika says B, Priyanka says C. Okay. FR says 38A. Okay. Anand says 38C. Okay. Creative says 38C. Okay. So those of you who have given me the answer as C, you guys are correct. Okay, you guys are correct. Why C? Listen to me. In your NCERT, one line is given, and it goes like this. The human male ejaculates about 200 to 300 million sperms, not billion, okay, million, remember that. During a coitus, of which, of normal fertility, at least 60% sperms, where's that? Must have normal shape and size. 60% should be having normal shape and size, and out of that 40% should be having vigorous motility. This is the dialogue, or this is the statement that is given in your NCERT. You have been asked about vigorous motility, so that is why it has to be 40%. If at all you were asked about shape and size, it would have been 60%. So 60% should be having proper shape and size, and 40% out of it should be having what? Rigorous motility. Will you be able to remember this? This is a very important thing. Okay? Got it? So C is your answer for this particular question. Very important thing. It's given towards the area where about sperm, about sperm it is given, right? On the same paragraph it has been written. If it's clear, everyone give me thumbs up quickly. %60 of them should be of normal shape and size, and 40% out of them at least should be having vigorous motility. Dinka chika, cleared macha. Okay, I told wrong. It's okay, Sanjana, it happens. Okay, so these are all new questions, okay? The 5 questions that we are solving right now are not from your PYQ. Ma'am, what is your name? My name is Jasmine. Okay, identify the wrongly labeled part. So this is a picture. Now we have to identify the picture. Look at this particular picture carefully, okay? And now you have to tell me which of them is wrongly labeled. Where is it? Hey, dandana. So blood vessels, primary follicle, then tertiary follicle, then ovum is being released, then Graafian follicle, then corpus luteum. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? Hello Jasmine ma'am, a cute name. Thank you so much dear. And okay. C, 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 B, 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 C, 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 C. What is your answer? Everyone. Okay, perfect. Guys, you are absolutely correct. The answer for this question is going to be C, Graafian follicle. Why Graafian follicle? Macha, over here, if at all you look at the picture, you get to understand. Oh, yo, where is it? This was the Graafian follicle. After the tertiary follicle, you should be having Graafian follicle, right? The Graafian follicle ruptures, that is how you let ovum. After the ovum, how does it form the Graafian follicle back, Baba? The ovum papa guy is like, oh my God, what is happening in this world? It cannot happen. The Graafian follicle ruptures, you get the ovum. Whatever is left behind is known as corpus luteum. Okay, and then later on, the corpus luteum is going to degenerate into corpus albicans. So this has to be corpus luteum, not this thing. Okay? Very nice name. Thank you so much, Chidambar, and everyone who are giving me answers. Starting from Sanjeevani, Shivkumar, Kavana, Sanjana, Swapna, Chidambar, Priyanka, always Sanjeevani, and Riya, and Shreya, and Bharat, and Shivkumar, Creative, Riza, Vaibhav, Sudarshan, Shreyas, and Mithun Gada, Ms. Jafar Ali, and Chidambar. Everyone, guys, if at all I have missed your name, I'm so sorry. You guys are doing awesome. Okay? And I know I'm not able to read out your names every now and then. It's because it might take a huge lot of time, but I really appreciate all your efforts. Yeah? Rahul, jasmine means maligayavu. Yes, it means, yeah, jasmine flower. So placenta is derived from what? Chorionic villi and the uterine tissue, trophoblast and chorionic villi, trophoblast and myometrium, uterine connective tissue and endometrium. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? A is what? Chorionic villi and uterine tissue. Exactly. I told you there is trophoblast layer and there is what? The inner cell mass. The inner cell mass is going to form the embryo, but the trophoblast which is there, it forms finger-like projections over here, which is known as chorionic villi. Now the uterine tissue which is there, it attaches to our endometrium, right? So basically the uterine tissue and the chorionic villi together, they will be later forming what? Later forming the placenta. Later forming the placenta. And once the placenta is being formed, you need to know that there is the baby right over here saying meow meow. Okay, not meow meow, it's basically going to cry. And over here you have the placenta. Both of them are attached with the help of one very important thing, which is known as umbilical cord. Always remember that. Not how, ma'am, who. Sorry, who. Okay. Done? A is the answer. Is it clear? Everyone, please give me a thumbs up. Yes, it is the structural and functional unit. Exactly, Kavana. Guys, clear? Okay. Yes. Going ahead, what do we have next? Guys, we have completed what? We have completed this particular chapter, and by the way, just give me one quick second. 1 second, okay? Just 1 second. Hello? Yeah, sir, have you reached the location? Sir, can you go to the second floor? Can you put the parcel in, like 2B in front of that room? Yeah, you keep it there. Yeah, thank you so much. Just a second. Ding, ding, ding. 577179. Huh? Yeah. Works. 577179. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah. Okay, guys. Don't share OTP in live. It's okay. It's not my credit card OTP. Don't worry. It's just a parcel. So, yes. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead with the chapter Reproductive Health. I hope everyone have tapped your back, right? If not, tap your back right now because you have covered 2 chapters and we are pro at it now. Now we're going to reproductive health chapter, and over here I've seen that most questions, not me, okay, but yes, generally we have seen that two topics are very, very important. One is population stabilization and the birth control, that is basically the contraceptives, and the one before that, and the next thing that you have over here is infertility. Okay, infertility related topics, and these things are super important. Make sure you go to that really, really well. Then, ma'am, I take PCMB, KCET, what do I know? You give the examination, dear. Okay, guys, chalo. 41st question. Out of the following options, identify which one is not a natural method of contraception. Which one is not a method of natural, which one is not the method of natural method of contraception? Yes. Coitus interruptus, implants, lactational amenorrhea, periodic abstinence. What do you think is the answer for this? A, B, C, D. B, 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 B. Everyone is saying B. Not ZYT, Sanjeevani, Swapna, Deepa. Okay, perfect. Ria, Gitika. Oh my God, super. You guys are awesome. Answer for this question is going to be B, implants. Listen. Everything else is natural. Coitus interruptus means basically during sexual intercourse, someone is removing the penis from the reproductive tract. You are basically interrupting the sexual reproduction process. That is known as coitus interruptus. Natural method. Lactational amenorrhea means a mother who is lactating. In their body, she will not be ovulating. Why? For ovulation, you require FSH and LH, right? Pituitary hormones, you require them. In this particular case, in their body, prolactin hormone is way too much. In the case of female body who is breastfeeding the child, then their body prolactin is way too much, and the prolactin says that, hey, FSH and LH, you cannot be secreted. When they are not being secreted, how do you think ovulation will happen? If ovulation is not happening, how do you think basically fertilization could happen? That is again a natural method, but this is not reliable at all. Okay, now periodic abstinence is when during a certain particular period the couple is not going to have sexual intercourse. What is this period? This is the fertile period, and the fertile period is always, remember, it's from the 10 to 17 days, my dear children. This is known as fertile window. No one should be during the sexual intercourse. Why? Because there are high chances for fertilization to happen. Any day ovulation can happen. Okay, withdrawal method is another name. Yes, withdrawal method is another name for coitus interruptus. Now, implants is basically nothing. It's basically something that you put under the skin and they are going to release hormones. So that is not natural. That is obviously not natural. Is this clear? If it's clear, everyone, give me a quick thumbs up. And by the way, Savita, Mithun Gowda, Riaz, Kavana, Sumera, and Shazia Khanum, everyone, Mir Jafir, Shreya, Priyanka, Anushri, Mahboob, and yes, Minnu, hello, Sanjana, perfect, okay? Let's go. 42 question. MTPs are considered relatively safe during. Medical termination of pregnancy is considered to be relatively safe during 24 weeks of pregnancy, 180 days of pregnancy, first trimester, second trimester. What do you think is the answer for this question? CC, not ZY says CC, Farhan says Z, oh my God. Aarti, okay, Aarti Kulkarni and Riza, Swapna, Chitambra, Mir Jafir, Rahul, Savita, Priyanka, Kavana, Mithun Kauda, oh my God. Creative, Pooja, Anant, Shivkumar, Ramcharan, Gitika, and I'm calling you Gitika. It's G Tilak. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay, Chaitra. Hello. So many children are there. Guys, over here, the answer for this question is going to be C. You are absolutely correct. The first trimester. So first trimester means what? First trimester means the first 3 months. That means I can call it first trimester, I can say 3 months, or basically in every month you have 4 weeks. So 3 into 4 is basically 12 weeks. Either of them would be correct. MTP, medical termination of pregnancy, is safe up to this particular period. You can do it up to 24 weeks of pregnancy as well. That means 6 months of pregnancy, you can do it. But the problem is that it's not safe. Okay, it is not safe. So it can be done up to 24 weeks of pregnancy, but that is not the question. Your question is, it is relatively safe during what period? So up to what do you call the first trimester, it is going to be considered to be relatively safe. Now, I hope that question is clear. Since it is an easy question, I am moving ahead. An example for hormone releasing IUD is multilode 375, lipase loop implant, or LNG20. Which is the example for hormone releasing IUD over here? Ma'am, what is your name, ma'am? My name is, guys, you tell me my name. Ma'am, what is meant by lactation? Lactation basically means the release of milk from the mammary glands of the mother. That is what you mean by lactation. Yeah, my name is Jasmine. Exactly. Someone was saying Deeksha. Deeksha Karnataka is not my company. Listen to me carefully. I'm just an employee. My name is Jasmine. Okay? Okay, that's so cute. Okay, guys, now what is the answer? Most of you guys are telling the answer for this question is going to be D. Is D the answer? Yes, D is the answer. You are being asked about hormone releasing IUDs. There are three types of IUD. Non-medicated. That means it is not going to release anything inside the uterus. The example for that is lipase loop. It looks like a loop, right? It is fit in the uterus. Why? It creates a hostile environment. That means it creates an environment where our cells of the uterus feels that something foreign has come to our body, which is why the immune cells are going to be super active. Now suppose sperm tries to enter at this particular point of time. What happens? The immune cells are going to kill the sperms out there. They are going to do phagocytosis. That is how non-medicated IUDs work. They are not going to release anything. They just make our immune system super strong, such that, or basically they activate the immune system, which is why the immune cells will be killing the sperms with the help of phagocytosis. Okay. The second type of IUD is copper releasing IUD. Copper releasing IUD, what do they do? So always remember, suppose this is a sperm tail. The sperm tail is being held by the copper ions. They do not allow the sperms to move. The motility of the sperm is being reduced, and not just that, basically it messes up with the fertilizing capacity of the sperm as well. The example for copper releasing IUD, two straight names are there. One is copper T. So it is a T-shaped thing that is put inside the uterus, which is why it is known as copper T. One is copper 7. So it's a 7-shaped thing, again put inside the uterus. Then you have one example which somewhat we forget, and that is what? Multi-load 375. So multi-load 375 is like so much amount of copper is going to be released over here. It looks something like this. Okay, so it is multi-load 375, that is copper releasing IUD. Sometimes we think that is a hormone releasing IUD. No, it is copper releasing IUD, where 375 mm or something like that of copper is being used over here. Now last thing that we have over here is LNG20, that is example of hormone releasing IUD. LNG stands for levonorgestrel. Okay, it's a synthetic form of progesterone. So progesterone and also LNG20, all of them, they come under what? Hormone releasing IUD. Sorry, progestasert and LNG20, they come under hormone releasing IUD. Got it? Okay. No hormones are produced by lipase loop. As I said, it comes under non-medicated IUD. It is not releasing anything out there. Cool? Yes. Is it clear? Everyone who feels that this question is clear, give me a thumbs up. Oh, faster. Ouch, my leg is paining. Okay. 44th question. I thought you're the founder of Diksha Karnataka. No, dear. So we have Diksha Schools, and this is a YouTube channel that we thought of having, and it was built the previous year. And yes, yeah. Okay, cool. Now, amniocentesis is a process to grow cells on culture medium, determine any disease of heart, determine the sex of the fetus, and know about the disease of the brain. What do you think is your answer? What do you think? Ma'am, your explanation is awesome. Thank you, Saida. Okay, what do you think is the answer for this question? Jyoti, lactation can be, it's not like there's a specific period. It can go around for 1 year, 2 years as well, or more than that as well. But the lactational amenorrhea usually stays up to 6 months. So that is the minimum thing that is there. Okay. C. Everyone says the answer for this question is C. Determine the sex of the fetus. Amniocentesis is a process to determine the sex of the fetus. Exactly, yes. You guys are absolutely correct. Now listen to me very carefully. There's a chutku being born. This chutku is right inside the uterus, right? Now the chutku is inside what? An amniotic sac. Is inside an amniotic sac. And inside the amniotic sac, what do you have? You have amniotic fluid. This is very important. Please understand this. In the amniotic fluid, will be having certain cells which are shed by the chutku itself. Certain cells which are there, they are shed by chutku. Now it is right up there over here. Now what exactly happens is that, suppose I want to examine this particular cell. So what do? I take a needle, I take the fluid out. When I take the fluid out, I also get the cell. When I get the cell, I also get to understand the nucleus. When I get the nucleus, I understand the number of chromosomes, the type of chromosome. Is there any problem with the chromosome? Is there any genetic problem that the child is having? That is the reason why people introduced what? Amniocentesis. But you know what happened? What exactly happened? Our poor human being community, my dear children, we utilize this for something else. When you get to understand the chromosomes, you also get to understand which chromosome is what, as in basically XX chromosome or XY chromosome. So people got to understand that, oh my God, it's a female child. Then people started doing female feticide. Okay, people started doing female feticide. Actually, it was invented to find any genetic disorders out there. But yes, people started doing all this thing also. So it can be used for determination of sex of the child. It is not wrong. But when you do female feticide, it becomes wrong. Okay? Yes. You are absolutely correct. Only 11 more questions are left. Yes? Okay. So this is how amniocentesis is being done. And yeah. Cool? Yes. Going ahead to the next question, question number 45. My dear children, I hope it's clear. If at all it's clear, just give me a thumbs up. Yes? And by the way, everyone who is watching this video, I hope you have hit on the like button. Please do so if you have not. Ma'am, we can also find congenital heart disease also, right? So, if at all it's genetic, yes, congenital as in, yes, you get it from genetics, you can find it out. Perfect. Next question. Select the incorrect statement about the contraceptives. What are the incorrect statements? They are regular requirements for the maintenance of reproductive health. Do you think contraceptives are regular requirements? How many girls are over here? How many of you? Okay. Just a second, okay? Just a second. Someone needs to be... Okay, thank you. Already liked and subscribed. Thank you so much. Okay. They are regular requirements. So how many girls are there over here? How many girls think that we need to have contraceptives because it's a daily requirement for us, a regular requirement for us? No, it is not. It is not something that is a regular requirement for maintenance of reproductive health. It's just a contraceptive method out there. It is required for the people who want to prevent conception, right? So this particular statement itself is going to be wrong. But I'll tell you something that children get confused in. Listen to me carefully. They have a significant role in checking uncontrolled growth of population. Yes, that is also true. It is having a significant role in controlling the population. They are practiced against a natural reproductive event like conception or pregnancy. That is also correct. Now, when it comes to this, children have a doubt whether the answer is this or this. They have possible ill effects like nausea, abdominal pain, irregular menstrual bleeding, or even breast cancer that should not be totally ignored. So, incorrect statement about contraceptive. So that basically it can lead to breast cancer. That is something that is not imaginable by us, right? Because contraceptives is something that we recommend to use. How can it cause breast cancer? We think that is wrong, but it is not wrong. But it is not wrong. The ill effects are there of contraceptives. Sometimes it can lead to nausea. Nausea means a feeling of vomiting. Okay, abdominal pain could be there. Irregular menstrual cycle also could be there. Even breast cancer can happen. So this cannot be totally ignored. That is actually correct statement. You are being asked about what is wrong, and that is this. They are not the regular requirement out there. Okay, Priyanka, I just explained it right now. I hope it's clear. Thor Gaming, ma'am, you're teaching, you're superb. Thank you so much, dear. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? If yes, just give me a quick thumbs up. If it's clear, just give me a quick thumbs up. Explain once again. Yes, I can explain it once again. So, it goes like this. D option, which is there, it says that if someone has contraceptives, it can have ill effects. That means bad effects on them. They can have a feeling of vomiting, they can have abdominal pain, they can have irregular menstrual bleeding, as in they can have irregular menstrual cycle. Okay, that means, suppose in this month it happened, next month menstruation is not happening. Is that possible because of contraceptives? Yes, it can happen. It can also lead to breast cancer. Do you think that is also a reason why people should not be using too much of contraceptive? Yes. There are some ill effects and that cannot be ignored. So this particular statement is actually correct. You have to find which is not being correct. So what is that? Only one statement says which is wrong, and that is, it says that it is regular requirement for maintenance of reproductive health. No, you, me, everyone who is a girl, we do not require it regularly for maintenance of reproductive health. Only people who do not want to have a baby or conceive are the ones who would be taking it up, right? So yes. Next question. Question number 46. Choose the correct statement regarding the gift gamete intrafallopian tube transfer process. You have to find what is the correct statement, okay? Ova are collected from a female donor and are transferred to the uterus of the recipient. Okay, that is the first thing. Next thing, ova is collected from a female donor and transferred to the fallopian tube to facilitate the zygote formation in the recipient. Okay, zygote is collected from the female donor and transferred to the fallopian tube of the recipient. Zygote is collected from a female donor and transferred to the uterus of the recipient. What do you think is the answer for this particular thing? Tell me. B. Deepthi. Hello, the Deepthi. Sanjeevani, Vaibhav, everyone. Rahul, Chidambar, Aarti Kulkarni. Thank you, Ranjit. Okay, B. Most of you guys are saying B. B is what? This. What is gift? Gift means gamete intrafallopian transfer. That means suppose over here a female is not able to conceive. Why? Because she is not able to produce gametes. But everything else is fine. Uterus is fine. Everything else is fine. And she over here is ready to give the gamete as a gift. So basically only the gamete is being transferred. What is a gamete here in the case of female's ova? So ova is transferred where? In the fallopian tube, because fallopian tube is a place where fertilization is going to happen, right? So it is transferred into the fallopian tube. Fertilization happens in this particular female's body itself. It's not happening outside. It's happening inside the female body. Rest everything is going to be occurring naturally. Only the gamete is going to be transferred. So ova collected from a female donor transferred to the fallopian tube to facilitate zygote formation in the recipient. Correct. Over here it has mentioned uterus of the recipient. You will not transfer it to the uterus. You will transfer it to the fallopian tube only. Okay. The next thing that we have is zygote is collected. Zygote, why do you collect the zygote? You do not do, zygote is the end product of fertilization. You cannot do fertilization outside. In this case, fertilization is going to happen inside. So zygote option is going to be wrong. Got it? If this is clear, children, can you just give me a quick thumbs up? Everyone, you may take a water break. I should definitely. Ma'am, please tell chemistry ma'am to do one-shot video first PU. She will be doing. We are going to relaunch Master Stroke very, very soon. Sunanda, ma'am, I did bad in bio board examination, is it? But you can still do well. You have one more chance, right? So please do that. Make like this for chemistry. I like your teaching. Thank you so much, guys. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 47. Which of the following contraceptives could be effective in avoiding pregnancy if used within 72 hours after casual unprotected intercourse? So which is that particular contraceptives that should be taken if at all you want to avoid pregnancy within 72 hours of sexual intercourse? Of unprotected sexual intercourse. What do you think is the answer for this? Yes, Robert, my question was there. A. Most of you guys are saying A. A is what? Progesterone estrogen combination. Is it? Yes. Listen to me. Whenever you talk about 72 hours, this is basically emergency contraceptives. What do you say? This is emergency contraceptives. And emergency contraceptives will be working on one particular process only, and that is the hormones. Whenever the hormones come into play, they are going to act like emergency contraceptive. Why? Because the hormones have the ability to prevent ovulation. Okay, they have the ability to prevent implantation. They have the ability to mess around all the other methods out there, which is why you rely on hormonal method. So progesterone estrogen combination is one thing that you take, because when these two hormones are there in our body, they do work normally. It works all fine. If at all you're giving them from outside, basically you're creating an imbalance. So the normal functions that they used to do, they used to help in ovulation. Estrogen used to do that, but now it is not. Okay, progesterone used to help in implantation, but now it will not, because the endometrium will not be made thick. Instead it will be made thin, such that implantation cannot happen. Which is why your only answer for this question is going to be A. Okay, ma'am, please explain C option. Testosterone relaxant combination. Why will we put testosterone, Baba? That's male sex hormones, and relaxant, we don't need that over here, right? Yes. Thank you so much, Vincent, Mary. Got it? Sorry, 46th question you were saying. Zygote is collected from female donor, transferred to the fallopian tube. Zygote is not being collected. No, ova is collected. Ova is being collected. So here zygote is being written. Zygote means ova and the male gamete are fused outside, and then it is, no, that is basically different thing. That is zift, not gift. Okay. Clear, children? Thank you, Varsha. Guys, is it clear? Everyone who feels that this is clear, can you please give me a thumbs up? Macha, everyone, attention over here. Give me thumbs up if it is clear. Okay, thank you so much. Guys, let's go. 48th question. A childless couple visits Assisted Reproductive Technology Center to get assistance to have a child. Okay, they were childless, they wanted to have a child. Okay, on diagnosis, it was noticed that there was low sperm count in the male partner. So it was a problem with the male partner. He had low sperm count. Okay, now the next thing that we have is it was not noticed that there was low sperm count. Which of the following strategy of art is most suitable in this particular case? If the male over here has low sperm count, Baba, what is the method that you will be taking help of? Gamete intrafallopian transfer, artificial insemination, zygote intrafallopian transfer, in vitro fertilization. B. Someone says D. Yo, it's not D. Okay, it's not D. B is the answer for this particular question. Why B? Listen to me very carefully. Gamete intrafallopian is when a female is not able to produce the gametes, you transfer it from someone else and fertilization happens in the body. Here the problem is not with the female. So wrong. Artificial insemination means suppose a male is having erectile dysfunction or probably is not able to produce enough amount of sperm. So what do? You take the help of a donor, you take the sperm from the donor and you are going to artificially put it inside the female body. Now you can put it in the vagina or probably directly inside the uterus. If at all you're putting directly inside the uterus, you will call this intrauterine insemination. If you're not specifying anything that where you're putting it, so basically you call it artificial insemination. Here this can be used in this particular case. Low sperm count is there, so definitely we can use that. Yes. Zygote intrafallopian transfer. Zygote, Baba, again, why do you need to do that? You do not need to. In vitro fertilization, no. So it's generally for males and artificial insemination is given as an option. You will go with this. Okay. Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am. I take PCMB, KCET, it will reduce maximum like 45 marks. Savita, which subject, which course are you looking forward for? It depends on that. Okay. Guys, we will talk about our religion later on. Every human being over here, I hope you are there for KCET examination. Let's focus on that. There? Okay? Clear? All my dear cute little macha machis. Clear? If it's clear, just give me a quick thumbs up fast. We are almost around to end the class. You already ate. My phone charge is also less. Okay, perfect. Next, the method of natural contraception which requires correct knowledge of menstrual cycle is the method of natural contraception which requires you to have an understanding of the menstrual cycle and everything will be what? Periodic abstinence, lactational amenorrhea, IUD, that is intrauterine devices, or coitus interruptus. What do you think is the answer for this question? A. AJX says A, Always Shake says A, Sanjeevani says A, okay, Anushree says A, okay. A is the answer for this question. Periodic abstinence. If at all you know your menstrual cycle, basically you get to understand that what is the time period where you should not be having sexual intercourse. That is known as periodic abstinence, right? During the fertile window, you are not going to have sexual intercourse. That is during the 10 to 17 days. So your only answer for this question is going to be A. Lactational amenorrhea, you do not need to have knowledge of a menstrual cycle because it is depending on the breastfeeding time. IUD also do not have. Coitus interruptus also you do not need to have. Okay? I'll repeat the question, Kavana. It is asking you, in which of the following, so if at all you want to opt for natural contraception and you are saying that you should be having correct knowledge of menstrual cycle, in which method do you need that? Correct knowledge of menstrual cycle in periodic abstinence, because if at all you're not aware that this is how your cycle works from this day to this day, you will not be able to understand that what is the fertile window for me. And by any chance, if someone has sexual intercourse during that fertile period, obviously there are high chances for them to conceive as well. So it requires a great knowledge of the menstrual cycle. Okay? Yes? Amenorrhea means lack of menstruation. Okay? Amenorrhea means during lactational they are not going to menstruate. Okay. So remember over here, this is the fertile window from 10 to 17. Okay, from 10 to 17. Any day ovulation can happen. Any day can happen. Okay? Yes. 50th question. Yes, the following factors indicate improved reproductive health of the society. Choose the correct option. Option number A, better detection and cure. You have to find which one is going to help in improved reproductive health of the society. That means positive things, okay? So here, better detection and cure of the disease, do you think it is going to help in improving the reproductive health of the society? Yes. Better postnatal care? Yes, after the delivery, if at all the better postnatal care is given to the children as well as the mother, it will be really good, right? Medical assisted deliveries, obviously yes, if at all it is not being medically assisted, there are chances for death as well. Increased MMR. MMR stands for what? Maternal mortality rate. If mothers are dying more, do you think that it is good? It is improved reproductive health? No, Baba. It is actually bad thing. So it is bad thing. So I will say it is not the one. So A, B and C options are correct. And over here, I just have one option like that. That is B, which is why your answer would be B. Got it? Got, my dear children? Ma'am, next class will be there on what day? It will be there on Saturday. At what time? Everyone, remember? At what time Saturday you will be having the next class? So there are two classes that is being done every single day by teachers, okay, alternatively. One at 9 a.m. and the second one at 5 p.m. Okay, my class will be there Saturday at 9. Exactly, Farhana. Perfect. Ma'am, what is your name, ma'am? My name is Jasmine. Okay, question number 51. These are new questions which are not been there in your previous year chapters. Okay, so please go ahead with this. Yes? Okay. Ma'am, I have enrolled, but my... Prasad, dear, I just gave you the email ID, right? Also, if at all you tell me your actual name, I can also tell that. Yes. Which of the following cannot be detected in developing fetus by amniocentesis? Down syndrome, jaundice, Klinefelter syndrome, or the sex of the child? What is the answer for this? Which cannot be? So, B. Most of you guys are saying B. B is what? Jaundice. Yes. Jaundice is not a genetic disorder. I told you, with the help of amniocentesis, you can only find a genetic disorder. Down syndrome is a genetic disorder. Klinefelter is a genetic disorder. Sex of the fetus again have to do with the genetics. So, obviously, B is the answer, which is going to be wrong. And all my dear cute little champions who are giving me the answers, I am super proud of you. I'm so sorry I'm not able to read out your name. Varsha, Suresh, Kavana, Rahul, and Savita, Naju, Swapna, Laharil, and Rashmi, Anushri, Riaz, and Chidambar, and Dipan, and Dipana, Ali, and Mahesh, Madhu, Vaibhav, Kavana, Deepti, GS World, Anand, Sanjeevani, AJX, Swapna, Zeenat. Yes, you can, dear. You can. Go ahead. And Sanjana. Perfect. Mirja, for everyone doing super good. Okay, 4 more to go. Exactly. Population explosion has occurred in the last what? Population explosion which is there, it has occurred in the last what? 500 years, 300 years, 100 years, 50 years. What do you think is the only answer for this particular question? For that only I mailed ma'am. Prasad Surya, is that your name? Is that your actual name, dear? I can go and check with the team. Okay, someone says 300. 300. Why do you guys say 300 is the answer? Some people are saying D. So I am pretty sure no one is able to tell me the answer for this particular question. Right? D, B. Okay. No one is actually close to the answer. Why do you say it is D? Is it given in NCERT that 300 years it took? Guys, the answer for this question is 100 years. It is 100 years. Why? Because in your NCERT it has clearly been mentioned that in the last century. Okay, so basically with that we understand that 100 years are the one that is going to be considered. It is not 300, it's not 500, it's not even 50. It is just 100 years. Please know that. Okay, population explosion has occurred. Small details can be coming up and should be surprising you on that particular day. So do not be surprised. So it is this. Cool? Clear? Remember it, okay? Manjulal, tell me dear. Now, 53rd question. In India, MTP was legalized in. In India, Baba, MTP was legalized in which year? Ma'am, please make a video on pedigree analysis. Done. I'll be doing that. Ma'am, in BSc in OT and a good course. B farm would be lag better, I'll say. Yeah. B. Most of you guys are saying B is the answer. B is what? 1971. Yes, MTP, that is medical termination of pregnancy, was legalized in our country in 1971 with obviously some strict condition. Later on, if at all you do +1, over here it becomes 20. And if you do ulta of this, it becomes 2017. In this particular year, MTP Amendment Act was being put down, according to which it became even more stricter. It said that a person, if at all they are going to undergo medical termination of pregnancy, within 3 months, they need to have a permission from one medical practitioner. If at all they are going to undergo medical termination of pregnancy within 6 months, that is 24 weeks, then they need to have a written permission from 2 medical practitioners out there. So Amendment Act was given in 2017 and it was legalized in the year 1971. Okay. Ma'am, please help in chemistry. I'll definitely, Rekta ma'am is there. She'll definitely help you out. Please do not be worried. For the one shot video, something is going to come your way for first PUC as well. Do not be worried. Okay. You're going to do good, children. Trust me on that. Yes. Now, which of the following is the correct statement? Trichomoniasis is not an STI. Which is the correct statement is being asked, okay? STI means sexually transmitted infection. Gonorrhea is transmitted by sharing of injection needles, okay? AIDS is a sexual transmitted disease, okay? And hepatitis B is eradicated completely, whereas syphilis is not. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? C. Most of you guys are saying C is the answer. Yes, C is the answer. AIDS is a sexually transmitted disease. Trichomoniasis is a STI. Okay, it's not an STI is written over here. It's actually an STI. Gonorrhea is transmitted by sharing of injection needles. No. Okay, it is just transmitted through sexual fluids only. Only 3 STIs can be passed through the blood and things like that. That is HIV/AIDS. Then there is herpes, genital herpes, and sorry, not herpes. One is HIV/AIDS. And the other one is hepatitis B. These 2 things can be transmitted through blood and the other fluids as well. Rest all of them are transferred usually through genital fluids, which is why you call them as STIs. Okay? So your answer for this question is going to be C. Why C? Because it is the correct statement. AIDS is a sexually transmitted disease out there. Cool? No Kavana, it is going to be C itself. Okay? Please remember, if at all you're getting a question, which are the diseases which are not curable at all? Which are the diseases which are not curable at all? There are 3 of them. One is herpes, one is HIV/AIDS, and one is hepatitis B. 3 of them start with H. They are not curable. Rest all of them can be cured, but these are not curable. And among them, these 2 are the ones which are also transmitted through the other fluids, such as blood also. Most of them, STIs are mostly the ones that are transmitted through body fluids, but this can be transmitted through blood as well. Okay? Sanjana, yes, my next live is going to be on these 2 chapters, molecular base of inheritance and principles of inheritance. Please do not be worried, okay? Yes? Medico, dear, it is already there in the channel. If at all you want, I can really post it back. Okay? Just give me some time. By tomorrow, I will be giving you the link for that. Fine? Now, yes. Guys, the last question for the day. Okay, ma'am, you copied that cool word from Shivaji the Bosa. Who's that? Is that the movie you're talking about? Anyways, guys. Last question, everyone. Are we ready? Let's go. In which technique the donor semen is artificially introduced into the uterus? The donor semen is artificially introduced into the uterus. Intravaginal insemination, intrauterine insemination, intracytoplasmic sperm injection, gamete intrafallopian transfer. What do you think is the answer for this particular question? And this is the last question, which is why I am going to read out everyone's name who is going to attempt this. Always Sheikh, Swapna, Aarti, Leela, Sanjana, Mahesh, Swapna, Savita, Sudarshan, Sanjeevani, RJ Patil, Shivakumar, and Jitilak, Varsha, Nabisa, and Kambal Samat, and Time Flies, and FR Panlock, and Mahesh, Farhana, Chidambar, AJX, Kavita, Sudarshini, Madhu, Thor Gaming, Medico, and GR Patil, Dipana, and Rahul, and okay, I think I have covered everyone. Bharti, Everyone, Leheril, perfect. The answer for this particular question is going to be what, Kavana? Okay, Jyoti, your answer is going to be B, intrauterine insemination. It's not C, it is going to be B, Baba. Okay, it is intrauterine insemination, where artificially the semen is being put inside the uterus. You're putting it inside the uterus, which is why you call it intrauterine insemination. If at all you had not mentioned anything that is uterus, you're just saying that artificially you are putting the donor semen. What is that process? It can be artificial insemination also, but you're specifying that it is within the uterus, so intrauterine insemination is the answer for that particular question. Is it clear? It's not intracytoplasmic sperm injection. Intracytoplasmic sperm injection means inside this is the egg cell. Inside the egg cell, in the cytoplasm of the egg cell, you are inserting the sperm. That is known as intracytoplasmic sperm injection. That is not, basically you're talking about the uterus, right? So uterus and this is obviously two different things. Okay, Priyanka, I hope you have got it now. Kavita, what is your question, dear? Kavita, it's not visible, dear. Can you put it again? BSc nursing is definitely a good course, but again it depends, like first of all, depends upon the locality. In India, there are some places where they are paid well, in some places they are not paid well, but when you go to different countries, for example Gulf countries or UK or any other foreign parts are there, probably there the payment is really, really good. Okay, so it actually depends on where exactly you are going to pursue your future, right? Yes. Ma'am, I love your teaching style. Thank you so much for helping yours. So thank you so much, guys, for being there. And listen to me. I know you have very much different queries about different courses that you're going to opt. To be honest, I am not someone who has a variety of exposure to a lot of things out there. So I can only tell about the things that I already know and I'm pretty sure about. What if I tell you it's nice, and then you go up and mess around? I do not want that to happen to you guys, which is why I feel that I should be doing my studies and then only I should be talking to you about that, right? So yes, someone is asking 54th question. Okay, D option. Hepatitis B is eradicated completely, whereas syphilis is not. That is wrong. Hepatitis B is actually not eradicated. That is why it is wrong. Okay. Yes. So guys, so my next live is going to be there on Saturday. Please remember that at 9 a.m. in the morning. I am going to deal with two chapters: Principles of Inheritance and Variation and Molecular Base of Inheritance. Both of them are super important. So please make sure you be there for that live. And one very important thing, have you liked this particular session? Do you think it was helpful for you? Everyone? It's tidy, mama. Okay. Do you think it was helpful for you? And please make sure, where are you from? I was born and brought up in Indore, Madhya Pradesh, but my roots are from Kerala. My parents are from Kerala, so yes. Which team you follow in IPL? It's difficult to choose whether it's RCB or Chennai Super Kings, but yeah, I have a slight inclination to CSK, but RCB is also good. Okay, so guys, now we're coming back. Is it good? I hope this particular video had helped you, and I loved every one of you. Thank you so much for being there in this live. I hope you have the same vigor to study really well in the next sectors as well. Be there for the next session, for physics, for math, for chemistry, for all the subjects out there. Okay, and yes, I just had to tell that's all. And my dear children, do not forget to hit the subscribe button if at all you are new to this particular channel. That is very important. And stay updated with everything that comes your way, and do not believe in any false news. Do not believe in people who are saying that this question is going to come. No guarantee about what questions are going to come. Okay, so yes, Sanjana, I'll definitely try to do so. I'm not guaranteeing that, but yes, I'll definitely try to do so. Okay, cool. So Darshan, as of now, I don't think I'm the right person to answer that question. Yes, so I'll go home now. It's too late for me, as Albert said. So thank you so much, everyone. Lots of love to each of my dear children, machas and machis out there. And this is a homework question that I want you to solve and put it in the comment section after this particular live. Do not give me the answer right now. Which of the following statement is incorrect regarding ZIFT? And you have the options over here. You have to do it afterwards. I'm not giving you the time to do it now. Put it down in the comment section. Lots of love to all of you. Have a great night. Good night. Do not let the mosquitoes bite as well. Okay, so see you. Bye-bye. You're most welcome. Bye-bye.